Bam! Here we are live, and I'm back. I haven't done a live stream in over a month, but I am here. And tonight we're going to do the Christmas Hangout live stream. And yeah, so we're going to go for a while, have fun, talk about movies. Hello to everybody in the chat. We got DJ in here. We got Alter Ego. We got Gary, Junebug. Hope you guys can hear me okay. So I know Matt Thomas, Studio Red Band's coming in shortly. But like I said, it's a hangout. Hey, Bobby. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Home Alone 3. I did hear about that Steamboat is going public domain next year. We'll see what happens. I mean, look at Winnie the Pooh. All right, so Matt Thomas is ready, and I'm going to send him a link to the stream here because the last time I streamed was with Matt Thomas, but yeah, I haven't really done a stream in a month here. Feels a little weird, but hope you guys can hear me okay. Let me see here. All right, Matt, if you're watching, I'm trying to work you in. Let me see here. Let me see here. All right. So I am copying the link right now for Matt. And bam. Yeah, I heard about that. I mean, I don't know much about the details of that, but seems like a good dude. Yeah, I heard about that. And that's something I haven't really talked about lately. That apparently they're doing, or they have done, some like AI enhancements to the True Lies 4K Blu-ray. Typical James Cameron. Hey Shashim, how's it going? The Aquaman 2 flopping. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about Aquaman 2. So we got. Can you guys hear me okay? Hope it's working pretty good. But here we got Matt here in 3, 2, 1. Bam.
Hello.
Hey, my friend.
How are you?
Pretty good, man. It's been a month.
I know. Too long.
But yeah, I mean, I haven't done a live stream at all in about a good month, and just trying to catch up. And now I have a few days off. So.
Whew. You're off already?
Yeah, I don't go back till Tuesday. So.
Oh, I still got to work.
Damn.
I got to be up super early. Super early.
So, if I understand, and this is what. Okay, I'll send you a link, Jim Bug. But real quick, I'll let Matt talk about Expendables 4 because I guess you saw it recently.
I saw a review about it, like a spoiler review, and it looks horrible. Jumbo shrimp. That's all I have to say.
What'd you think about Stallone faking his death?
Low blow. I was like, yes, he's dead. And then, bam, he came back.
Let me work in Jim Bug here. Let's see. All right, you should get a link. But what have you seen lately? I mean,
I don't even
as far
know.
as stuff.
I watched Secret Invasion. I'm on the last episode of that. Not really a lot. I've been mostly at work.
Yeah, same here. It just feels like I've been living at work ever since Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Today I did watch a couple of movies for requests.
You watched Reacher, huh?
Yeah, I've seen the first 2 episodes of the second season.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's been good so far.
All right, I'm gonna.
And it's now starting to ramp up a little bit in terms of the story.
Nice.
And yeah, I think tomorrow we're gonna watch 2 more episodes.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna binge that.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it. As a matter of fact, speaking of reaching, I know Wild Man Beyond, he's seen this, but to show everybody out there real quick, and I know Jim Bug is coming in. So I got the first 3 books of the Reacher series.
3 is my favorite.
And I got
my favorite one.
The next 4.
Oh, nice.
Running Blind, Echo Burning, Without Fail, and Persuader.
Yeah, I started Persuader.
Really?
I'm in the beginning still. It's been a while since I've been in the beginning. But 3 Tripwire, that's my favorite one.
Yeah,
that's like the first one and Tripwire are amazing.
Yeah, I need to finish The Killing Floor.
Yeah, I love that one.
But I'm kind of like going ahead of myself buying the series, the books.
I can't go all night tonight. I'm just gonna peek in for like a half an hour or something.
Oh, no problem.
I am dead. Like no one was at work today.
Damn, dude.
I'm like burnt out. It was a long one.
Jing All the Way scene? I don't think you've seen it before, right?
No, every year I say I'm gonna watch it, and every year I don't watch it.
Oh, it's a fun movie.
This year will be the year.
I would say my favorite was man, there's so many good scenes in that movie.
The cookie.
Yeah, I mean, I could say that. That's my favorite. Okay, wait, we got Junebug in the house. Hey.
Hello.
Bonsoir.
I haven't seen Expendables 4 yet, so
I'm afraid to. I'm afraid.
I did see Rebel Moon on Netflix, and I'm not a Zack Snyder fanboy or anything. Like, the only movie I liked of his was probably Dawn of the Dead and 300, and the Legends of the Guardians.
Okay.
The Owl movie he did. Those are really the only like Zack Snyder movies I liked. I really liked Rebel Moon. I mean, the thing that people are complaining about it is that it has bad dialogue. I'm like, I mean, it's meant to be a Star Wars ripoff. If we really go down to it, Star Wars has bad dialogue.
True.
I mean, what's the line that Luke says that Mark Hamill always says? Acroslyer Cellar or something like. What is that? What is that? I mean, did Luke Skywalker take an Alka-Seltzer?
Yeah.
Did he go to the Alka-Seltzer planet? I mean, so I just found like a lot of people are complaining about it and they're just nitpicking it. Like,
yeah.
And I just don't like that form of criticism. Like, you know, like if you're gonna sit there and say this shot doesn't line up, or there's a dog in the shot that doesn't fit with the story. It's like, what does that have to do with anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen one bit of it.
Check it
I
out.
haven't seen it either yet.
Check it out, you know, and just to kind of expect kind of one of those dumb movies. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's meant to be kind of. I see it kind of as like a throwback to the '80s science fiction movies, like the Star Wars ripoffs.
Okay.
I thought it was a Star Wars movie.
Believe it or not, Junebug, it's funny that you're in here because, well, today I watched. Damn it! I watched 2 movies. Oh, Swordfish.
Oh yeah,
decent. And I watched Dolphin Tale, but up next I'll be watching Metropolis.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that's coming up.
Oh yeah. Which version are you gonna watch?
The 27 that came out?
Because there's like 10 versions of that version.
Hey John.
It's on Tubi, by the way.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah. I would suggest, although I know John and how he feels about long movies, watch the intended cut by Fritz Lang, the closest we can get. It's on YouTube for free, the 3-hour version.
Okay. Well, I want to. Well, I know you requested the 1927 movie, so I'm going to go by that.
Yeah. It's on the.
Hey, James.
Hey, Jamie. The one on Tubi the music is different than the 1927 version, so probably just if you want to get the full version, it's a 3-hour version on YouTube, which I know watching a 3-hour
It's
silent
long.
movie sounds torturous, but it's that Metropolis is one of those movies that is just like the fact that they made this in 1927 will amaze you. I mean, and Fritz Lang, oh my gosh. I mean, what a director. Look at it, especially if you look at his films from the 1920s that he did in Germany before the Nazis took over and propagandized their own movies. But he made there's a play or an opera. It's called Reign of the Nebulon.
Okay.
And he actually handmade a dragon in this movie. And like this dragon looks honestly just as good as Smaug did with the Hobbit. And that was an amazing dragon effect.
Yeah, I'm kind of going in like I don't know anything about Metropolis, so bear that in mind.
Oh yeah, well definitely definitely. I think you're in for a treat. Like I'm gonna be surprised if you don't like it, and because you're not a I don't see you as a movie reviewer that obviously just because it's old you're not going to like the movie. I think I've noticed you are kind of getting into more classic films a little bit. It's like you watched Broken Arrow, the original, or not really much of a remake. Yeah, you watched that one. I when you last time you did request, I think I said Ben-Hur.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I like Ben-Hur. I mean, I would say, I don't know. I mean, I know that's an epic. Oh, what?
My next one's Cleopatra.
I want to watch the Ten Commandments. Which is
I love that.
Go for that one. I mean, not to put like.
Unless you want to switch out your request, I can do that one, but that's up to you.
I'll do 10 Commandments with you any day. I love that movie.
I'll watch it with you guys. Heck, I'll watch Cleopatra with you.
Yeah, I want to see that. I'm so
Cleopatra is great.
Now, here's a question that Junebug might know.
I don't know.
No.
Up on that.
No, but The Hobbit will be in 2032, and the Lord of the Rings will be in 2049. Basically, if you guys, I say that, but so the first two Lord of the Rings books, so The Fellowship of the Ring, will be 2049, and The Two Towers, and then Return of the King in 2050. Basically, if anybody wants to know when something's going to turn public domain, look up when it was made. Go think about when is it going to turn 100, and then take away 5.
Okay.
Because 95 years.
Damn.
But if Bobby's still in the chat here, I did watch Dolphin Tale. It's not typically. I'm not going to say it's a bad movie, but it's fine for what it is. But I'll talk more about that in my review.
Yeah, man. If I known that you were going to do a Christmas, but it was going to be around Christmas time, I would have suggested a live watch along movie.
Oh, that would.
Well, I mean, there's still some days left in December, so.
Maybe for Christmas. John, I request that you do a live watch-along with Santa Claus 1959, a.k.a. also known as Santa Claus versus the Devil.
Only if Matt will bring snacks.
I'm bringing fudgicles.
And
I will watch it with you.
All those fudgicles gave me type 2 diabetes, let me tell you.
We'll resurrect Wilford Brimley for the commentary.
Yeah.
Yeah. But by the way, that movie, in case you guys have never heard of that movie, oh my gosh, are you guys in for such a treat? Because so first of all, let me just not spoil, but talk about it a little bit. So in this version of Santa Claus, Santa does not have elves. Instead, Santa breaks child labor laws and has children work for him. And there's no Mrs. Claus. Instead, we have Merlin the Wizard, and Santa Claus spies on you with a floating eye.
Sounds about right.
Yes, I mean this movie is like, oh my gosh, like it has to be seen to be believed. That's why, John, your channel is definitely not meant for kids. So little kids should not watch this version of Santa Claus because, I mean,
they're going to the cobalt mine.
Well, I'm not even kidding. Like you'll see it. Santa. There's a scene where Santa plays the piano as he's looking at all of his, children that work for him, and the face that this actor makes, he gets a little too excited looking at the children.
I don't want to see this version of Santa Claus.
No. It's funny.
Please tell me the devil wins. The devil gets them.
What do you guys think about this Warner Brothers Paramount merger?
Is it really going to happen, or is it just talks right now?
I don't know.
I'm not for this. I am not for this at all. Studios buying other studios. Competition is good. You should not buy out your competition. As a matter of fact, competition can strive you to do better. Not sit there and buy out your competition. And plus, it doesn't make any sense to me because Paramount, they struggled, but they had Top Gun 2 that was a huge hit, and I think that Mission Impossible 2 it was a hit, but not like a mega hit. So Paramount's doing well. In essence, Warner. It seems like Warner Brothers is just wanting to do this because they want to be like Disney and just be. I used to honestly be for Zaslav and what he was doing and everything, but the more and more, I hear about Zaslav, it's like, you know what? You're a lot like Emperor Iger.
I heard Apple wants to buy Disney. Is that true?
That's honestly the rumor. That is the rumor after. That is the rumor on what's going to happen after Emperor Iger leaves.
I heard they lost their $1 billion club or something like that.
Yeah, Disney's. That's what I heard. Yeah. I heard the same thing.
I heard they lost like a couple of $1 billion, like $3 billion or something. I think it was $3 billion this year.
No.
Was it trillion?
No, well, not trillion. They probably fudged the numbers a little bit, but Disney lost because of all the major flops and the parks aren't doing well and everything. They were on track to lose about $15 billion this year.
Oh my god!
Good.
Yeah. Well, hey,
the mouse is trapped.
You know what? What?
Gone.
What are you cooking? I heard the microwave.
Guess what? You guys did it to yourself. When you sit there.
Uh-oh.
Here's your ESG score.
Okay.
Iger's coming after you over there.
You froze for a minute. I thought this.
Don't
Iger and
go
Ted
after
Sutton.
what your target audience is. Your family entertainment. When you were the number one.
Disney's listening, apparently.
I was watching that video you did, John, where you were talking about the Ted Sutton thing again the other day.
I want to save that for if I can ever reach out to him. I'm going to make that a next year goal.
We'll say we need a fan fixed.
Hey! I will reach out to him and sit down by the fire and ask him if he remembers you.
Damn. Guys, my wife is calling me. I got like 5 minutes, and then I
No
gotta
problem,
go.
man.
Which sucks, because, you know.
Hey, Matt Thomas, I sent you an email. I don't know if you can do something with that, but
I can and I shall.
Well, with the few minutes that I was going to say, with
I
the few
just need
minutes that
some
you have
days
left,
off.
what's that?
I just need some days off so I can work on stuff. I'm trying to finish this Cobra cut, and fuck, man,
Hey, Scotty's here.
it's kicking my butt.
Let me send you a link. Matt Thomas has got a few more minutes left. But Scott, if you want to join in, and that goes for anybody out there too, let me know.
Yeah, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I'll probably see you guys before that.
hey, what about the other holidays? Kwanzaa and Hanukkah?
And Festivus.
Festivus, yeah, we can't forget that.
It is now time for the Festivus Feats of Strength.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget Life Day.
What horror Christmas movies could they make next?
Cobra 2. Let's go. I'm ready. Dude, I will tell you this. This kind of Cobra I'm working on for
You know what I want to see?
so
I want to see. You know what I want to see? I want to see Krampus take over like he sneaks into the North Pole, and then you can have Die Hard in the North Pole, but with Santa Claus, and he has to sit there and fight Krampus.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. But if anybody has Oculus, I'm putting out a cut of Oculus on big screen, so it's going to be kind of like on an IMAX screen in 2D and 3D. So there's going to be 2 showings. I got 12 seats for 2D and 12 seats for 3D. I might do a work print cut because I think I'm going to put the work print out this week. I was going to put the full version out, but I think it's going to take a little more time to fix the audio. So I think I'm going to put out a work print version this week, and then I'll do an extra 24 shows for 24 seats for the final version. But I'll say this: it is damn fucking crazy. Like it's like Cobra as a superhero action movie and not a horror movie. And it's recut from the ground up. Like literally every scene is recut.
But did you find the lost footage?
I have a couple of deleted scenes in there, but it's mostly like you follow Cobra, right? So it's kind of like you find out things while Cobra is finding out things. It's a different feel to it, but it's really amped. Like, I mean, super, super amped to the point where, like, even some songs, I redid all the music and some of the drum beats match the gun effects. So, like, the drum beats are timed to the gun, the firings and all that, and it's pretty fucking insane. Like, I have to say, like, when I started watching it back, I was like, holy shit! Like, I was goofing around, but it's fucking pretty good cut. I think people are gonna like it.
All right.
I'm gonna give everybody a 2D cut too for Christmas, so everybody's gonna get a cut of it.
Awesome.
Fucking stuffer.
Yeah.
Look at Matt Thomas claws, right?
Yeah, but Scotty, I
Yeah.
did send you a link in the
I got
email.
the beard. I'm growing the whites in. The white.
I'm getting like a touch of white, like right here, but it's only.
I'm not there yet with my beard.
It's going to start. I think it's going to start to appear up here a little bit more next year. I have a feeling.
Well, it's all downhill from here.
Don't remind me. Hey, told him out down too. Merry Christmas.
Hi, Merry Christmas. All right, guys, I gotta bounce. I gotta bounce, guys.
Damn.
I know. But we still got some days before Christmas. Or like,
Yeah, maybe we'll do like a New Year's celebration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week I have that Friday, Saturday off. I'm not sure yet. So
Yeah, we could. Yeah, and then we could do a live watch along to Santa Claus versus the Devil.
And then we can watch Expendables 4.
Or we can watch the sequel.
I'm going to go with option A. I've seen Expendables 4 and it sucks.
And we can also watch the sequel too. Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Oh my goodness, that's what I gotta see that one.
I'll still go with that any day over Expendables 4.
Do the Martians fight the children?
No, the Martians.
Santa make a step like Barney Ross.
No, Santa Claus.
His sleigh.
Yeah.
No, basically the Martians kidnap Santa Claus,
Oh my goodness. And the
and
children.
they want him to be Santa. Basically,
Wait, Scotty's in here. Wait, let me get him. Wait, there he is.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hi, Scotty.
Not much.
Hey, Matt,
Scotty.
Ty, John. Yeah, this is the camera that I bought about 2 weeks
That's pretty
ago.
nice. Pretty nice.
Yeah, it's a manual focus camera. What's up?
I was gonna say it's sharp. The quality's pretty sharp.
Yeah.
This is a manual focus camera. That's what I like about it. It's not because the other one was like autofocus. It would like do this annoying little blur, and I really did not like it. So
With his lighting, he almost looks like he's sepia tone or something.
I
You
have
got
no
the light in
idea.
the back, like those old
Yeah, it's a light over there.
old sepia tone. Yeah. Anyway, I gotta get out of here, guys. I'm getting the eye.
Uh-oh.
I gotta go.
It's good seeing you for.
She's gonna come out here and yell at me again, like last time. Ah!
All right, man.
All right, she can hear me. All right.
All right, take it easy.
I'll catch
Don't
you.
get in trouble too much, Matt. Bye.
If I can jump back in, I'll try to jump back in.
No,
All right.
we're gonna go for a while.
All right. See you there,
Okay.
guys.
See ya.
Peace.
Bye.
Good to be with you.
Oh, hold on, wrong button. Okay, bye, guys.
Bye. There were three.
Yeah, right before I jumped in, I actually got my computer back from repair, so this was even better news. So,
Oh, awesome. What was wrong with it?
well, I put the charger. Basically, the charger was messed up. I guess since I accidentally dropped it a few times, I actually would bump into the charger, trip over it kind of, and it would knock down the computer sometimes. And right around the USB ports, they were kind of cracked, so they needed to be repaired. Even the screen was kind of cracked in a couple spots, but it's all been replaced. Had a warranty on there for at least 3 or 4 years, depending on which one it was, because I bought this back in 2021. So
Awesome.
yeah, I'm just glad. I actually sent this out on Tuesday, and I got it back today. Maybe because it was still going to be repaired in the same state, but it was going to be in a city about 3 hours away. It was going to be repaired in Houston. So yeah,
Oh wow, 3 hours.
plus it was FedEx Express too. So
I really like the scene with the like with the flying gremlin, even any of the scenes with Christopher Lee, because it's Christopher Lee. I mean, Christopher Lee, he can just touch a movie and he can make it better.
yeah, I'm trying to think of which. It seemed like there was a lot of stuff that was good. I really liked the final climax where he shoots the electronica gremlin out from the phone.
Yeah.
The effective sequence. Just the makeup, just the practical effects still hold up well, especially with the film being 30 years old?
Mhm.
Or no, 30. What was it?
34 almost.
30, well, yeah, 33, 34. So
I don't know if this is a favorite scene, but I would say one of the most memorable is Hulk Hogan's cameo.
I was trying to decide on that too.
I thought it was John Wayne's cameo.
Well, yeah, there's that too, but apparently it was badly dubbed.
I got both in the like a Blu-ray double pack. I need to rewatch it.
Same here. I got the Blu-ray double pack of Gremlins in 1 and 2. There was talks of doing a third one, but I guess that's not going to happen now.
They kind of did do a third one.
Wow.
There was an HBO anime series where James Hong plays the old man.
Oh.
It's like something Mogwai. I watched it a little bit. I like James Hong, but like I just like his voice didn't really fit the character. Like Key Luke, was definitely, he had that raspy voice, and it was weird seeing Grandpa with James Hong's voice, if that makes sense.
Funny enough, like 30, even when the first movie came out, if you put James Hong in that role, he still would have been old because he's pushing 100 now, right?
Yeah.
He's what, in his 90s now?
Yeah, something like that. 95, 96.
Yeah.
Key Luke's great. To be honest, though, Gremlins 3 should have happened back in the day.
Yeah, at least in the mid '90s, maybe even early 2000s.
Well, actually, apparently, Small Soldiers was based on an early script for Gremlins 3. Is what I heard.
Do y'all like that movie?
I like Small Soldiers.
I remember not reading it.
I wish we could get the original cut, though.
Yeah.
Like, apparently the original cut was a lot darker, but then they changed it after Phil Hartman died.
Yeah,
because
apparently,
was there like more scenes taken out? I don't remember. I may have read this, but it's been a while. So
yeah, the studios wanted to make it more family-esque.
Yeah.
Well, I heard they changed it because after James Hartman died and the nature of how he died, they changed it because out of fear of not capitalizing. Backlash, I guess would be the right word. But at this rate, I'm not trying to be morbid, but he's been dead for 20 some years at this point, like 26 years.
Yeah.
So just release the cut. What do you have to lose? Unless there's some legal reasons with Phil Hartman's family or something.
What do you think he would be today if he was still around?
I think, obviously, I think he would still be voicing his characters in The Simpsons.
Mm-hmm.
He probably would still, be doing, his stand-up and maybe occasional acting roles, maybe.
Yeah.
I just don't know how popular Phil Hartman was, other than The Simpsons and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what he could have even done, really.
I'm just looking at my collection over there and trying to see what he would have been good in. Because I don't know if he would have been, acting as much now.
I wonder if he could have been in the new Night Court reboot as maybe Harry's brother if Phil Hartman was still alive.
That would have been fun. Maybe.
Has anyone seen the new Night Court show or not? Really?
Yeah, I've seen the first 2 episodes, and I could not stand the daughter of Harry Stone.
Oh, you're not a fan of her?
Well, maybe if she could work if she wasn't so manic. I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for.
It's the girl. It's the blonde girl from
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, it's the blonde girl from Big Bang Theory. She's honestly, I don't know if she really fit the role. I wonder if Haley.
That's it.
Well, Kaylee Coco actually does have comedic talent. I actually wonder if she would have been better for the role too. Because if we're wanting to go the Big Bang Theory crowd, I think Kaylee Coco would have done a pretty good job.
Okay, that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, Melissa Roch, whatever her name is, Roch or Ranch, or she seemed the way she played the character, very overexcited, and I'm it just doesn't. John Larroquette's good. He's about the only saving grace.
He's probably the main good thing in the movie, or not the movie, the series.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't. The role that I'm thinking of Phil Hartman playing, and I don't know if he would. Maybe he would just do the voice, but for Iron Man, have him voice Jarvis, the computer who later becomes Vision, but maybe just have him be the voice, and then you could still get Paul Bettany to play the body for Vision, sort of like what they did with Darth Vader.
I could see him. I don't know why I just thought of this. I could see Phil Hartman in a Tropic Thunder type of movie.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of role he would have had, but maybe comedies like that.
Someone mentioned the R-rated version of Kangaroo Jack, which I'm curious about. I remember reading something about that.
Hey, Wildman. Wildman's in the chat, but I'll put the link. If he wants to come in, I'll put the link in there. But yeah, that's What's the story with that? The R-rated version of that movie?
Don't know. It's been a while since I've read the trivia on it.
Yeah, release the Scooby-Doo cut.
Yeah, we all know that you definitely want that.
Yeah, we all want that. Can we get it? Can we get it, please, Santa? I mean, can we all write a letter to Santa asking for the Scooby-Doo cut?
Yeah, good luck. Good luck with Warner Brothers releasing that. Considering the more and more I hear about like that Wile E. Coyote movie,
they released a picture of it. Did you see it?
I saw something of it. It looks like it looks like it was. It looks like it would have been interesting and really fun, honestly.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it's taking a page from Roger Rabbit or the Chippendales movie that came out recently, like blending animation with live action. There's like an image. I don't know if you saw it, but it was like Wile E. Coyote in a courtroom with Will Forte sitting right beside him. But they didn't really, there wasn't really context on the image.
Yeah, apparently this like the Kangaroo Jack. It was originally R-rated. It was going to be like a mob comedy, featured adult languages, sexual themes, on-screen murders, including full frontal nudity from Jerry O'Connell and rear from Anthony Anderson. Like Jesus, the test audience basically did not like this. It scored poorly. Then Warner Brothers spent $10 million in additional reshoots. And changed some things around, and apparently the test screens fared way better in comparison. I mean, wow.
I don't know. I'd be curious about it. I do like Kangaroo Jack. I wouldn't mind even seeing a sequel, honestly, now, because Anthony Anderson, he does need to shut up sometimes, just like everybody. But what has Jerry O'Connell really done recently?
I can tell you one thing that I saw with him, and I think it was on, I don't know, like, not that I watched the show, but there was a clip going around with, I think it was him on the Kelly Clarkson show, and he was singing with Corey Feldman singing Stand By Me. I'm like, Jesus, Jerry O'Connell.
He was singing it.
But he wasn't singing it, but Corey Feldman was doing the singing, and they were just kind of like, doing this number,
I know that Jerry O'Connell was in was it Piranha, the first one with Elizabeth Shue?
Yeah, where he gets his dick bitten off.
Yeah, and they have to end up having to throw him in for whatever reason because it's been a while since I've seen that movie.
Well, now that you mention it, we probably can still see that R-rated version. I mean, they did that Strays movie recently. You mean you look at movies like Sausage Party and anything could happen.
I would.
The mean one.
Man, Strays was. Did you guys see that?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it.
Oh my gosh! I saw that in theaters. Oh my gosh, it was actually pretty hilarious. I would love to see it. Here, what I honestly would love to see it, like another version of that, but with stray cats, and then you could literally call it Pussy.
They might. I don't know. You think an R-rated Wile E. Coyote? I don't know about that.
I don't know if the Looney Tunes would really fit R-rated,
unless it was fan.
Yeah, I never want to hear like Bugs Bunny sit there, fuck. I never want to hear Bugs Bunny sit there and start swearing. That just wouldn't fit the character too much.
Yeah, Alter, why are you giving them ideas? This is the last thing we need. We need to give Hollywood ideas like that, an R-rated Wile E. Coyote movie. Because we needed a Winnie the Pooh horror movie and all that.
To be fair, the Winnie the Pooh horror movie, I mean, for a movie that cost $15,000, I mean, It looked pretty good. I'll say that.
And now we're getting a Bambi one. I think it's called Bambi the Reckoning.
As long as Bambi. Okay, does anybody remember this video game where like you played a deer and you were hunting humans and like you could basically mount humans to the wall like we do a deer? Does anybody remember this game?
I don't remember. What was it called again?
Is it
I don't-
Oregon?
I don't remember what no, it was a video game. I don't remember what the game was called. But a buddy of mine played it. But you played a deer and you were hunting humans. But like that's the twist about it. Like you are hunting, and like as long as they do that was Bambi.
Deer
And
Avenger?
yeah, that's probably it.
Okay, it's for PC. I'm looking at it right here.
Yeah, you play a deer and you're hunting humans. You can mount humans to the wall, the heads to the wall like we do with deer. That's probably it. Deer Avenger.
That could probably.
So as long as they do that with the Bambi horror movie, you know, where it's Bambi going after man. And then he sits there and says something like maybe in in an Arnold Schwarzenegger voice. This is for mother.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not watching Blood and Honey or whatever that is, and what they did one on the Grinch, the mean one. Unless somebody paid me, but I'm not watching them. Animal Friends. I've been wondering, like, because I thought Ryan Reynolds was working on a John Candy documentary. Like, what's the update on that?
I don't know.
Because now he's filming Deadpool 3, so I don't know.
Didn't Deadpool 3 already wrap?
What's that?
Isn't Deadpool 3 already finished
I
post-production?
think they're still filming because the strike put things on hold, right? What are you guys' thoughts on that?
On what?
Deadpool 3.
I don't care.
I hope it's good. I just hope it won't have any, woke agenda bullshit. But knowing Disney,
It seems
do we
like
even know what's going to be rated?
it seems like it's going to be cameo porn because there's going to be a lot of appearances in there from what I hear, different variations of Wolverine.
The only thing I might be interested in watching on Disney is probably the new X-Men 97 series. I'm just curious on how that's going to play out.
Well, they'll probably knowing Disney, they'll probably get rid of some episodes because they're racist.
I hope not. I know that the Sentinels and Sinister are going to be the villains, which has me curious because I always liked Mr. Sinister as a villain. Just me.
What about the new report that they're making an all-female X-Men movie, and Mr. Sinister? Okay, keep in mind, Mr. Sinister is going to might be played by a female.
I haven't heard about that.
I know there's a Miss. I don't know. I can't remember if there was a Miss Mr. Sinister. I don't know. Miss Sinister, right? Excuse me.
Hey, Sean Little.
They cough. We got that fucking idea. So yeah.
I don't know what happened while Man Beyond. He was in the chat here, and I sent him a link.
I guess Daniel Craig secretly got to him. I don't know.
Yeah, Daniel Craig intercepted the link.
Emperor Iger came for him, just like he came with me earlier.
Yeah, what's this?
Yeah.
Isn't supposedly Iger might be out because of the recent Peltz deal that's going on?
It's not going.
What's up?
Scotty, if I said the word proxy war, do you know what that means?
I keep forgetting that.
It's a proxy war.
Okay, proxy. It's wonderful.
Basically, Nelson Peltz is trying to buy shares with Disney. Bob Iger is refusing. Basically, Nelson Peltz is trying to Iger, and Iger is not falling for the games.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
Perfect timing.
I remember it was a shares deal, but supposedly Elon Musk might be helping them out or trying to get rid of Iger too. I don't know if that's true. This is basically Doomcock or Overlord DVD, basically talking about this.
From what I do know, Elon Musk has put in an offer.
Oh. So what do you guys? This is a random, but I know they've shown a couple of clips of the Roadhouse remake with Jake Gyllenhaal.
I didn't know about that.
Them? Yeah,
I haven't seen them.
The Amazon put out like a compilation of what is coming up in 2024, like shows and movies and stuff, and they showed a couple of clips of Jake Gyllenhaal. Like, I guess he's like a UFC MMA fighter in the movie, and he's like slapping people around.
Now, one man's back. He says, "Hello, I'm waiting."
So they took note from the.
Oh, wait. There you are.
Great salutations. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, man.
Merry Christmas.
Feliz Navidad. Just kidding. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Kiss his ass.
Prospero Mahanichima.
Or is it Merry Craigmas?
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Hey, Wildman, that new Cindy Sweeney movie that's coming out, or if it hasn't come out? With,
anyone but you. Yeah, I'm gonna go see it. Yeah.
Is Santa Craig coming down your chimney tonight, Wildman?
Oh God. Yeah, I would love to see Mrs. Santa, Cindy Sweeney and Mrs. Santa. That would be down the chimney.
Well,
That would be
I'm sure Cindy Sweeney will swoop in and protect you from Daniel Craig.
Absolutely.
Wildman Beyond.
Yeah.
I know.
I have a question for you. If Santa Craig came down your chimney tonight and brought you a box, and inside that box was Sydney Sweeney, would you like Daniel Craig then?
Yeah, I give him. I'll give it. It's the season to be nice. So I'll give him a shot. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I know what type of movie we need to make for Wild Man. We need to do based on the song Santa Baby, but star Sydney Sweeney.
I had a feeling someone was going to mention that.
Yeah, I heard something about this Wolverine game. Like there was a leaked image or a clip or
What did it look like? Did it look good?
it doesn't show anything. It's like Wolverine is sitting at a bar and you just see the back of him.
I saw. That was a teaser. That's old. That's the teaser. But they also had a teaser for a Blade game. I haven't watched that yet.
Yeah, there's a Blade game coming out apparently.
Yeah, this new movie with Sydney Sweeney, Anyone But You. It stars Glen Powell, the guy who played Hangman from Top Gun Maverick. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the lead. Yeah, he's also the lead in Twisters.
What? Really? He's going to be in that?
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
He's going to be in that?
Yeah.
And don't forget, he has a history with nostalgic 80s franchise. Don't forget, he was in Expendables 3. Thank God people forgotten about that.
Do you see talking about that guy? Do you see any potential in him or?
I've watched the scenes. I watched some clips with this movie with him and Sydney Sweeney. He seems to have. If this movie's getting mixed reviews, Anyone But You, and people say it's like a throwback to rom-coms, and they say their chemistry is like a throwback to classic Hollywood. So he kind of has that leading man, that classic mean man vibe to him. He's very cocky. Just if you watch him as Hangman in Top Gun Maverick, he has that charisma. They say a lot. That's why people call Sydney Sweeney such an it girl, because she's like a throwback to that classic Hollywood thing, But so yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I like Glen Powell. He kind of reminds me, not that I'm really comparing him. I guess the best way I could think to describe him, how I see him at least, he kind of reminds me of a Kurt Russell meets Gable type.
You know what? I never thought of that. He should play Snake Plissken.
Well, yeah, I mean, he could, but no, he kind of has a Kurt Russell meets Clark Gable sort of.
Yeah. Going back to what I said about classic movie star, that's one of the reviews I heard about. They both have that classic movie star chemistry.
Yeah, okay. We know that Glen Powell watches this YouTube channel.
Yeah, right. He doesn't in Expendables 3.
Well, and we know he watches it. Grow a mustache. You know, because we need men with mustaches on screen
You
again.
know what we do. I mean, Tom Selleck, he's getting up there. So why the fuck not?
Yeah, and remember though, we need men that sit there and say, "No, I'm not going to shave my mustache. You're not going to CGI over my mustache, Henry Cavill."
Oh, by the way, Glen Powell's actually born in my home city and state. Actually.
Oh wow.
No
Austin,
shit.
Texas.
No shit.
Yeah. And I think now that you mentioned that, Ty, about the mustache, maybe he could play Paul Kersey in a Death Wish remake.
I don't know.
Maybe that's
I don't
wishing,
know.
but
Maybe I don't.
maybe as a villain, probably.
Maybe as a villain. Yeah, up there. But I heard that they're thinking about. This is just a rumor that they might got his character of Hangman from Top Gun was so memorable that they're thinking about doing maybe a spin-off sequel with him.
Do you think
Huh.
there will be I was going to rate. I don't know. Do you think there will ever be a Top Gun 3 though?
You know, seeing how big the second one became and how big the franchise is in general, I wouldn't be surprised.
Just please get a better soundtrack.
Yes. I would 10 times better than that Lady Gaga. So bring back "Take My Breath Away" and Kenny, and bring back Kenny Loggins too. We need some more AIDS because people are so crazy about the AIDS with nostalgia. Put some.
Well, get some.
That's another thing that's missing in movies. We need a better soundtrack. Soundtracks are forgotten now. Where are the good soundtracks? We need the
Give me Days
soundtracks
of
again.
Thunder too.
Get some of those underground bands, like modern bands, like that sound like the 80s. Like there's this one band called Riot City.
I've seen a lot of 80s nostalgic bands. I mean, ever since Stranger Things, it's like why can't they play their shit on the radio? I don't hear their shit on the radio. You got this fucking shit like Taylor Swift and fucking Harry Styles, whatever the fuck. We want something real.
We're going to put Swift on the soundtrack for Top Gun 3.
Oh my god!
If the Rolling Stones are still rolling, why don't you get them? And hell, even the Who. We even heard a song from the Who on the second.
You know what? Fuck Billy Idol. Bring back Billy Idol. That's a Billy we need.
Billy Idol,
Bring back Billy Idol.
Hey, is Kenny still alive?
You want to hear something? You want to hear something really funny with Taylor Swift? So as we know, she's dating one of my home state. She's dating one of the football players. People have actually Taylor Swift. Have you guys heard what she's been saying about Kansas City? And confusing Kansas City, the Kansas side, with the Missouri side. Because there is a difference. People in Missouri still think the Civil War exists. Okay, I'm not even kidding. She sits there and says people from Kansas are a bunch of idiots and everything, and just saying all this other stuff. Like apparently one guy sit there and said to Taylor Swift, when her and Travis Kelce are at a restaurant, because Taylor Swift complained about her barbecue, and he sits, you don't mess with people in Kansas. She said your food is undercooked, and he sits. The guy came back to Taylor Swift and says, "And your music sucks."
I didn't hear about that.
As Travis Kelce is on the date with Taylor Swift, and like Travis Kelce, I don't think that's a real relationship.
No, and you know what? I don't think so. It's Hollywood. They always do this crap. Everything's fake. It's out. Everything's out in the open now. Everything in Hollywood has always been fake. Going back to this new movie with Sweeney and Glen Powell, did you hear about the crazy controversy that was happening while this movie was coming out? Did you hear about it?
I heard something about it. I didn't really look into it because
this was fake. This was discovered as fake because an insider came out and saying that Sweeney was cheating because Glen Powell had a girlfriend. He broke up with her at the time, and they made it look like she was cheating she was making out with him, and he was cheating on her. They were already broken up. And all of a sudden they come up, and the guy come out. They did this for publicity to help the movie. It's helping because it's reached up to number 3 right now. It's fucking crazy, man. They'll do anything for publicity.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, bad publicity is still good publicity. So
That's fucking true, man. That's fucking true.
Well, we can continue to talk about Swift, or do you guys want to talk about Scout
you know, I'm gonna say she is fucking overrated as shit. She is so
No.
fucking overrated. I mean, I'll give her. I'll give her. Some of her songs are good because I like how there's most of her songs that have that '80s vibe to it. But this hype with her, it's so fucking overrated, man. It is.
I'll say
I think
this.
I never understood the appeal in the first place. I'm sure she's a good artist, but why they guys overblow her so badly? Hell, on Reddit,
I'll say this.
They always mention Taylor Swift. I'm like, what the hell? What is so great?
There's more singers in the world than fucking Taylor Swift.
I think it's
You
more
know what?
machine.
You know what? Who I would rather listen to than Taylor Swift? Izzy Hale of Hailstorm.
I don't know who that is. Anyone know who that is? Other than
She has the song that plays on the radio on rock stations. I Miss the Misery. Ms. Hyde. She does have a song, Love Bites, not by Def Leppard. Joe Elliott gave her permission to use this song because Joe Elliott was quoted as Sinister says, "Yeah, you can use the song. You're hot." By the way, with one thing with Taylor Swift, did you guys hear what Joe Elliott said recently about Taylor Swift?
What do you say?
I haven't really followed.
Well, he said that a few years ago, he sang with Taylor Swift. He sits there and says, "I couldn't stop looking at Taylor Swift because she was so hot, and my little friend was getting too excited."
Oh my god!
He can bang Taylor Swift in his fantasies.
But then it was really funny. His wife then came out and said, "Well, honey, it's okay. If there's anybody you could cheat on me with, it's Taylor Swift because then she'll just write a song about you, and then I can get the royalties and the divorce."
Oh.
I don't mean to sway the subject back on Top Gun 3, but if they do a third one, I think they should have Cougar back in that movie.
Yeah, you know what?
Some redemption.
Bring back Viper or Michael Ironside, Tom Skerritt. I heard that Tom Skerritt was supposed to have a scene at.
Yeah, him and Slider were supposedly in a scene with like Iceman's funeral. But
bring back Kelly McGillis. I know she's not. She doesn't look her best, but at least bring her back.
Or at least acknowledge what happened between her and Maverick. I kind of felt like that sequel should have done something better to address that. Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to Beverly Hills Cop 4. It's about fucking time. The trailer looks great.
It will look pretty decent.
It does look good, and I mean, you know what? Like, I was looking forward to it because of the directors. You know, it's the directors of the last Bad Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you look at the original Bad Boys, you can tell it was inspired by Beverly Hills Cop. Around that time, Beverly Hills Cop 3 came out. It didn't do very well. Then the year after Bad Boys came out, and now look, it's like full circle. It's like Beverly Hills Cop is learning from Bad Boys from his last mistake because Jerry Bruckheimer's involved this time. He was involved in Part 3. That's why that movie went to shit because Jerry Bruckheimer and Don Simpson at the time weren't involved. And guess what? Jerry Bruckheimer, he brought back Top Gun Maverick. He Cobra Kai'd the shit out of it, and he's back in this. So I believe he's going to Cobra Kai the shit out of Beverly Hills Cop and Axel Foley.
Yeah, no,
I heard something about real quick
because Cobra Kai has been seen as the greatest example of how you bring back something and you do it right.
I heard something about, I don't know what they meant by they're going to add some emotion to this movie. Do you think?
Oh God, please!
They're going to kill off.
I don't want another Beverly Hills Cop 3. Please. That's the problem with these friends. They always add some emotion that doesn't deserve to be there. That's kind of like one of the reasons I had with Ghostbusters Afterlife. I understand it was part of the story, but enough. Leave it the way it is. That's why we like to stop adding this emotion shit.
You know what? I'm going to say this. As long as they don't kill off Judge Reinhold or John Ashton, I'm fine. But like, if they have to kill off one of the important people, like, kill the weakest link in the franchise. And I would say that I don't think there's ever really much of a reason for Surge to come back.
I like Surge.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I like him, but like, was he really needed in Beverly Hills Cop 3? You know what I mean?
That's the mistake when you talk about to add too much emotion. That was another problem with that movie because Eddie Murphy was trying to be so fucking serious, and look what happened with that.
Right. He
I don't want to fucking repeat with this, please, Eddie. I know you're trying to take yourself serious as an actor. You've come full circle. You're come full circle now. Have some fun again with it, please. Don't do it.
Like, okay, all of his kids, unless he's raising Charlie's kids now, all of his kids are adults now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, or didn't he just have a baby a few years ago?
I bet you his kids are saying the same thing. Come on, Dad. You were cool back then. You should go back to this. I bet you his kids are saying the same thing that we are saying now.
Yeah.
Then why did he make that Candy Cane Lane movie?
Oh God.
You know,
Watch it.
But at least he's doing this is coming out after that movie. And
yes,
still,
what people
it's still
thought of
on
that.
fucking Netflix. Why? Why is this movie still on Netflix? Come on, Jerry Bruckheimer. You brought back Top Gun Maverick on the big screen, but you can't do the same with Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's the big question.
What about? Too bad we can't get another 40. You know, a new 48 Hours movie because Nick Nolte.
I don't think there's no need for it.
I mean,
it'd be cool though, but Nick Nolte, he's too old. Eddie Murphy, he can still do it, but Nick Nolte, man, he's too old now.
Well, unless you do something like where like maybe the son of Nick Nolte's character.
No, please, no, not that. That storyline is getting. It's like it's in this new Beverly Hills Cop. Please, no more of the son-daughter thing. It's getting tiring. Please, I'm sorry, but please, no.
Here's
more.
the question: like, based on what you've seen in the new Beverly Hills Cop movie, like, what other film from the past could they do like that? That make it look good, or something that is worth the wait.
I will definitely have to say since Beverly Hills Cop was originally supposed to be this movie, Cobra.
I can say like the only one that comes to mind instead of Top Gun 3, they could do Days of Thunder 2.
Yes. That's definitely.
Well,
that's definitely what we need now. That is definitely what we need. I agree. Yeah,
Days of Thunder 2 would be cool, and Nick. You know what? And I think Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman can be professional enough to actually work together again.
I believe that too.
I hope so. And plus, Michael Rooker's still around. You can definitely bring him back.
Well, you know what? They did a Days of Thunder video game, and they added Michael Rooker as the voice. They had an interview with him. This was way back, I think, in 2010. And he was in the Robert Duvall character. His characterality was kind of like where Robert Duvall was. He was while you're driving, he talks to you. That would be cool. And also, I had this idea in my head where Tom Cruise and he teams up with this other driver, and they do like a duo team racing together against another rival team of cars, something like that.
I have an idea for it. First of all, have Tom Cruise be sort of maybe like the Robert Duvall character, and then like maybe get Austin Butler to play.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
To play the new racer, and then you can
get Glen Powell as a racer. That'll be like a good Top Gun.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do something like that. Have him play the rowdy character or something. But
you know what? We should have. And you know how these movies involving cars kind of like have a sexy female mechanic. I can see Sydney Sweeney in that because she's a real life car mechanic. She likes to fix up old cars.
Like you said,
she has a TikTok where she has a garage.
Craig will be the villain.
have Sydney Sweeney be the love interest.
That'll be cool. But she could play she's a mechanic. She's a mechanic because she's a real life mechanic.
Here's what I was going to say to do.
And Jerry O'Connell will be the douchebag rival.
So do something that is probably never going to happen. Okay, what if we actually have it like where, because movies can be a fantasy. So do something that because I don't know if we really wanted to see another NASCAR movie and everything else. So do something that's probably not going to happen. What if like we say some guy from Formula One and NASCAR bet they make a bet to like see which is better. Like
Hey,
That would be a great story for a Days of Thunder sequel.
Yeah, exactly. But I will say this: Paul Williams is still alive. The guy who played Little Enos in Smoking the Bandit. So have him play Little Enos, but not Little Enos, and then maybe his son. And then so they have to make a bet. So then it could kind of be like this spiritual sequel a little bit to Smokey and the Bandit. Because, I mean, if there's one franchise that I would love to come back, I know Burt is dead. Like the only one that's really still alive is Sally Field, but I honestly would love to see a new Smokey.
You know what? Since you mentioned him, since you want a guy with a mustache and he's kind of cocky, you can put Glen Powell as the new Bandit. You can put him in there.
Well, if they want to bring back somebody for, let's say, Days of Thunder 2, someone that we haven't seen in a while, they can always give a second shot to Kit Pardue.
Can we bring Randy Quaid back? Is that possible?
Can you get that, Jawame?
Maybe.
That's a joke.
You know what, Michael Rooker, he wouldn't mind coming back. He doesn't care. He's on Instagram. He enjoys. He loves. He's having fun. He'll come back in an instant.
I'll campaign for Kit Pardue.
Well, we forgot John C. White. I'm sure he likes to come. He would love to come back.
Are you sure? Because he might have to come back as he might have to come back or something like as Cal from Ricky Bobby.
I didn't see the recent Shaft movie. Has anybody seen that?
I mean, the one they had Samuel L. Jackson, Richard Roundtree, and the kid?
Yeah.
No, hell fucking no. And rest in peace, Richard Roundtree. You will always be the original Shaft. Rest in peace.
Rich. Director screenwriters in the house.
They should have. I really honestly agree with Wesley Snipes. He said that he thinks that the Shaft with Samuel L. Jackson would have been a bigger hit if he was Shaft.
You know what? I remember that interview he did when Samuel L. Jackson's Shaft was coming out. It would have been cool. If you watch you ever seen this movie he did called Boiling Point?
Yeah, I have it.
There's a scene in the movie where he's wearing a turtleneck, almost similar to Shaft, and he's interrogating this guy. He's smoking a cigar. That was so fucking cool. I was like, I can see him as Shaft. You can add the martial arts in there. You can add the fashion. Wesley Snipes. I agree.
Ice Cube.
No,
I'm kidding.
No,
I'm kidding.
He didn't do Triple X justice. So why should he? No.
Are you talking about Vin Diesel?
No, I was talking about Ice Cube.
And
that's fucking crazy,
Vin
man.
Diesel
I don't know what's going on. It's
Vin Diesel,
all this Me Too stuff. It's he said, she said. I don't know.
Did you guys hear what the full report about what happened with the Jonathan Major stuff?
I haven't fully heard about it. Supposedly that.
Okay. Reliable source. This is what happened. Jonathan Majors was having fun time with this girl. She bonked her head and needed to go to the hospital, and he basically panicked, thinking that he's going to get in trouble. And I'm like, dude, like, I get it. Some stuff happens stuff happens. Maybe just man up and take her to the hospital and be honest with the doctor. Like, yeah, we were doing it, and then, she hit her head, and yeah, I mean, because if you're just be honest with the doctor.
How could you be so stupid, man? Tell the truth. Be honest. Like, yeah, you're right. You should have been honest. Now look where it got you.
Yeah, like, listen. I mean, I understand it's embarrassing. Okay, we all get that, but like, the doctor is not going to report you if you are sitting there saying, "Yeah, be honest with them." Say we were doing it, and she hit her head, and that's what happened. And I immediately took her to the hospital. The doctor is just going to appreciate your honesty. This year, I actually had to take my grandpa to the hospital because I was working with him and he collapsed. And I just was honest with the doctor. I said he fell and usually if he fell, something like fine, but the way he was acting afterwards was concerning because the best way I could describe it to the doctor, I didn't know how to say how he was acting. I was honest with the doctor. I said he acted like he was dazed and confused. The doctor got it. Nobody was investigated or anything like that. We were just completely honest. Just be honest with the doctor. The doctor is not going to report you if you're honest with them, because they've seen a lot worse stuff than what you can. So no, that's what it comes down to basically. And now he's probably looking at least a year in prison.
Oh, jeez, man, this is almost like Wesley. Is it? Can you tell us like Wesley Snipes ordered it because it was a misunderstanding, or is it something different?
Wesley Snipes was just a misunderstanding with taxes, which I guess it was proven that he paid his taxes. Just it was basically from what I've heard with Wesley Snipes, it was he did pay his taxes, but it was his tax agency that screwed him over.
Exactly. No surprise.
But then with this guy, it's more like, okay, he was thinking more of his reputation and everything, like that he was worried that he was going to get canceled, but then it backfired on him. Listen, if the reporters come and ask you, why did you take your girlfriend to the hospital? At that, I think people would honestly more appreciate it if you just sit there and say, well, probably just be upfront with the reporters. Well, we were doing it, and we were doing it a little too hard, and she hit her head, and I had to take her to the hospital. If you're honest with people, nobody cares. But if you sit there and make up stories, it doesn't make you look good. It doesn't make her look good. So, I mean,
it's such a shame, fucking shame.
Yeah, because I actually kind of liked Jonathan Majors.
Despite he's a good actor, but I didn't care about him in Creed. I didn't see Creed 3.
I haven't seen it yet either. I mean, because from what I've seen, he did a movie with Glen Powell.
Wait, oh yeah, that was that. It was that movie he did right after Top Gun. That Aviator, that fighter pilot movie.
Yeah, it starts with a D.
Yeah, the Devotion. I think that's what it was.
Yeah,
Devotion.
I liked that movie.
Majors was in that movie.
Yeah, I liked it.
I'm not really up on the Jonathan Majors story. I mean, I just heard about it because a YouTuber who I like, Tyrone Magnus, covered it. So,
have you guys watched anything lately that you liked, or?
Well, I did. I saw Thanksgiving.
Oh, really?
I of course I saw Reacher. It's really good, and people are loving it. I've been watching a lot of people on YouTube. They're saying this is what we need right now because they said, seeing how Disney and all this stuff is failing, they're saying Reacher is giving people what they want. It's number one and prime. I'm so happy for the show. Have you guys watched it yet? The new season?
First two episodes.
I
haven't seen it.
am watching this. Came out. I actually enjoyed it. A lot of people are complaining about it. But I'm like,
they complain because they miss fucking.
Tom Cruise. It's
and I love Tom Cruise, but he was good as Jack Reacher. But this is the real Jack Reacher.
Well, Rebel Moon, I watched that and I really enjoyed it. It felt like one of those, those Star Wars ripoffs back in the '80s that we love. That's what it felt like. But people are I've noticed that. Here's what I've noticed: people who aren't liking it, they're nitpicking stuff that they don't like in it. They're saying oh, the dialogue is bad. I'm sorry, Star Wars has bad dialogue, but it's a good movie.
I know that.
I haven't seen it yet. I need to watch it.
Definitely watch it. Just think about it as don't think it about. They've been advertising it as Star Wars. Think about it as one of those Star Wars Roger Corman ripoffs back in the day. Does that make sense?
Battle Beyond the Stars.
Well, yes, definitely Battle Beyond the Stars because that's what it took note from a lot of.
A really
'Cause
good
it's-
movie that I saw this year that I recommend is The Holdovers.
Hey, Junebug, is that you?
What?
Keep hearing this echo. Was even echo.
Yeah, there's an echo on Gary Anderson.
Yeah, I think StreamYard is updating again, and I'm on an Android. Is it bad, or not really?
It's like an echo chamber.
Is it bad, or is it tolerable?
I would say jump out and jump back in.
You want me to just leave and come back and see if it if it?
Probably.
All right, we'll try that.
Okay.
I was going to say on whatchamacallit, on that race. Did you ever see? I guess none of y'all saw. Gosh, what was it called? Gran Turismo. Did anyone see that one?
Which one?
The new racing movie, the Gran Turismo. Movie. That was.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
I thought it was actually pretty decent. I think Neil Blomkamp actually delivered on some pretty solid action. I don't think he wrote it with someone else, but I think if they're going to do a racing sequel, to Top Gun, I think Neil Blomkamp should be given a chance to
That'd be cool.
Reestablish himself.
I farted.
Good to know.
We were talking about Gran Turismo, which I haven't seen yet.
I saw it on Netflix. I haven't seen it yet. I kind of plan on it though. But Neil Blomkamp, like Scotty said, I think he deserves another shot. Like, because I appreciated him doing it looked like he was doing something different with the movie. So, where it wasn't District 9 Part 500.
Right.
Yeah.
Or setting it in South Africa. But also, another director I think deserves another shot to come back, Stephen Sommers.
Or John McTiernan.
Why do I have a feeling
Is John McTiernan even still alive? Or I thought he was dead. Maybe I might be confusing him with someone else.
No, he's still alive.
I kept thinking to myself earlier, he deserves another shot to direct. And for Sommers, I think there should be another Mummy film to officially close the chapter for good. And also, I know people weren't so fond of Indiana Jones, but hey, I could see Stephen Sommers directing an Indiana Jones film better than what James Mangold did.
It's funny you mentioning Stephen Sommers. I saw a recent picture of Brendan Fraser, and it looks like he's slimming down. I have a feeling that they're going to try to bring him back for one more Mummy.
You know what? Get Stephen Sommers to make a short round movie.
That'd be fun.
Like, that's what we need. Honestly, let's get a short round movie, because I think people would be more interested in that than another Indiana Jones movie, which, by the way, guess what? Over the weekend, my dad wanted to see it, and I watched Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Oh boy.
And
hold on. I can review it right now.
well, at least here's the thing. Did you at least think Harrison Ford was good in it still? Because he's probably the best thing about it.
I think Harrison Ford was good, but he kind of seemed tired. And that's kind of understandable because he's 80 years old. But okay, spoiler alert for Indiana in the chat, at least for the new Indiana Jones. I didn't think time travel really worked for Indiana Jones. Like how people felt like about aliens. I don't think time travel really worked, because Indiana Jones meeting Aristotle,
Archimedes.
Archimedes. Archimedes. It didn't work, and plus I don't know. It just didn't work at all for me. And then Phoebe Waller-Bridge, when they were sitting there, I watched and my dad wanted to watch the special feature thing. They only thought of her for the part. What was special about her? I found her quite annoying.
Yeah, same here. The only thing I
Yeah,
can say
and I
about it,
don't like how she just locked fucking Indiana in that place. She could.
Like-
She should have at least made an offer for him to come with her or not go with her. I could at
Like-
least buy.
Well, and I didn't buy her as like a relation to Indiana Jones. Like, if you had to get a British person, why couldn't you have gotten like Keira Knightley or something?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Or maybe
wait,
she's a little bit older now, but
because
not a
Keira
man of
Knightley.
faith.
Yeah. Well, you can't get Keira Knightley because Bob Iger blacklisted her from Disney, and the reason why is because Keira Knightley stood up against Bob Iger and voted for Michael Eisner to come back.
I agree with Mr. KR Productions.
Oh yeah, no, she was totally miscast. Like
Yeah.
Keira Knightley would have been better. I mean, I know you guys don't like her, but I would rather like have honestly like
Well, Bridge or Keira Knightley. I don't mind Keira Knightley.
no, I know you guys don't like her, but like I was gonna say Megan Fox would have been better, I think.
Or Sydney Sweeney if Wildman was here.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Yeah.
If anything,
Sydney
they
Sweeney,
should have- that entire character had Marion, help out. That would have been
Even
better.
though if you put Sydney Sweeney in there, Harrison might get distracted. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he might want to put his face between those lovely cheeks of hers. So yeah.
or like, gosh, you know what?
So,
I mean,
yeah,
I like.
Mr. Carter,
Yeah.
Rachel Weisz. She might have been better.
Yeah, or you know what? I'm just going to throw a person in the rain because I like her as an actress, not just because of her looks, but she's a good actress. Emma Watson.
Isn't Emma Watson kind of a feminist Nazi or feminazi, I should say?
Emily Blunt.
Better.
I mean, I think she's gotten a little better.
The only thing I could say about that movie, positive, the last 5 minutes. That's it.
I didn't even like that. Like, I just did not like it. And the fact that you took Voller in the video game, in one video game and some of the comics was Indiana Jones's best villain. Like that was essentially Indiana Jones's arch enemy. And then you turned him into this nothing. Like he was a lame villain.
Well, honestly, I thought he was better than Kate Blanchett. Honestly,
I will say that, but
and he did kill Indiana's friend because if I recall, Kate Blanchett didn't really do shit other than try to.
Yeah, I don't know.
But the problem I had with him really is when he got knocked out. Shouldn't that pole like left a mark or a scar on him?
On top of
That
the train.
always bothered me.
They should have decapitated him, honestly.
yeah, and then like Antonio Banderas' cameo, basically.
Yeah, he wasn't bad, but he just wasn't in there a whole lot. So
I've never seen Collision Course, but I've heard about it.
I've actually seen that movie. I think it was a pretty decent flick for what it was.
I think I remember seeing it once, but it's been.
That Danny Komokina who played Sato and Karate Kid Part 2 was also in the film too. As well.
I only watched Collision Course. I only watched the last few minutes. I need to watch the whole thing. You can tell that was like an early version of Rush Hour.
Yeah. Oh, which by the way, speaking of Rush Hour, they might do another Rush Hour, but guess what? Chris Tucker's probably not coming back.
Yeah, doesn't it have something to do with Jackie Chan now?
If he's not coming back, then don't do it.
Well, it's because Jackie Chan refuses to work. Fired Chris Tucker from Rush Hour. Because John, this is allegedly, Chris Tucker might have been involved in Epstein.
Oh my God!
I mean, I've heard that.
Did you hear about they're coming out with this list next a few weeks? Oh my God!
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. So
it's going to be real life Judgment Day when that comes out.
Yeah. So from what I've heard, they will do Rush Hour 4, but not with Chris Tucker because Jackie Chan fired him.
Did you know that? Speaking of Eddie Murphy, did you know Eddie Murphy was the original choice for Chris Tucker's role?
Yeah, I do remember hearing about that. And honestly, guess what? I'm going to say this: if that is the case, then if that is the case, but we're just saying allegedly, then yeah, Chris Tucker deserves to get fired from the role and then go to prison.
What exactly did you say Chris Tucker supposedly did?
He was on Epstein Island.
Epstein. He was on.
Let me ask you. Speaking of Jackie Chan, I need to ask Scotty and Junebug this. What are your thoughts about him being involved with this new Karate Kid movie? Do you think it has something to do with Cobra Kai, or what's going on with that?
I'm looking. I don't really know much about it, but hey, I'm looking forward to it because, like, I mean, I like Jackie Chan, and it's kind of a, and the fact, I mean, this still holds. To me, this has to say something about Jackie Chan. You guys realize this, that Jackie Chan is one of the only action stars of the 80s who is still in the top 10 highest paid actors of all time.
Yeah.
So that says something, and I'm looking forward to it. Like, I mean, I don't know if it could be. I don't know, but like
I believe it has something to do with Cobra Kai because you got Ralph Macchio. They keep saying it's not. You can tell they're bullshitting. They're trying to trick us. They're trying to be slick because these guys, the creators of Cobra Kai, these guys are fans like us. This Cobra Kai is like an official fan film. They know how to heat up the fans' emotions. They know they like because you watch the show. They teased us like this was going to happen, but it's this, but it went up becoming this. They're not fooling anybody anymore. And I heard that they're involved with this movie. So what does that fucking tell you? And Will Smith, don't forget, Will Smith Production Company is involved with Cobra Kai. What does that fucking tell you? That they're trying to do the whole multiverse, but they're not going to travel into a multiverse. They're trying to make the remake like it was part of the Miyagi-verse, which is they call it. They're not fooling anybody.
I think Will Smith is trying to break into the reception here.
I believe that this is that Cobra Kai season 6. Cobra Kai will be the last season, but the true last season will be the movie. The movie will be Cobra Kai season 7.
Yeah.
Could be.
So is
Hillary Swank going to be involved?
Might.
Hey, we all know who Wildman wants to be the new Karate Kid. Sydney Sweeney.
Oh God. It's funny because you say that because she was in a movie, that rip-off Karate Kid rip-off movie, the martial arts kid with Cynthia Rothrock. She was because she's into mixed martial arts in real life. She did a small part. This is back when she was 14, I think it was. Huh. And it's also funny. She did a movie with the guy who played Stingray on Cobra Kai. Huh. So it's like a Karate Kid connection.
Okay, I'm not to say that I'm not noticing this, but like, the thing I noticed in Karate Kid is like, at least Cobra Kai, Peyton List, how she does you can tell she does all of her own stunts in the movie, but then like I'm a little distracted when she does her fight scenes in the movie. Now I'm pretty sure this is on purpose because it happened multiple shots. Like I understand sometimes accidents happen, but like you could see full on G-string in Cobra Kai with Peyton List.
No fucking surprise. Which is strange because a lot of people say that the Mary Mauser, the girl who plays Daniel's daughter, people are saying she's got a great ass. She's got a big ass.
Yeah, she does. I like.
Oh man, want some Cobra cake?
I like Peyton List. I like Peyton List better. I like Peyton List better. She is hot.
Yeah, I like Peyton List better than the girl who plays the daughter. But I know that Fabio, he loves him Mary Mauser, the Sam.
Well, that's because Italians like girls with good asses.
Here we go. We're getting into the sexual part of the stream.
Yeah, you should have seen my drunk stream last week.
And we're not even an hour in.
Yeah. By the way, did you see this new show from the creators of Cobra Kai, Obliterate? I haven't watched it yet, but it looks pretty good.
I've heard about it.
The Hangover meets the A-Team. I want to watch that. See Thomas Howell is in it. It was good to see him.
Speaking of these two movies here, real quick, the True Lies, and I heard about the 4K, the AI enhancements
What? For the Abyss or True Lies?
for True Lies.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember someone brought that up.
I love both of them. They're both classic. They're both directed by James Cameron before he lost his balls.
Before he decided to get on the Titanic and hop on the Avatar train.
Okay. You know, and it's funny because there's a scene in this new movie with Glen Powell, Sweeney, where they mocking Titanic. I was like, come on, you guys gonna do that? Come on.
I like it. I like True Lies and the Abyss. And as far as like this, you know, as far as like the enhancement goes, like, okay, I don't know. Like, I'm not defending
I've been
Jimmy.
seeing a lot of you guys complaining about that. You know what? I don't blame you guys because I've seen you guys just posted on Facebook complaining about the 4K. I don't blame you. I don't blame you guys.
Well, I'm going to say this.
I haven't bought any of those yet, but I see why you can be pissed about it. I don't blame you guys.
You know, it was shot on film, and like a lot of stuff on film cannot transfer well to 4K at all. So, and you know, like you're gonna have to do. I mean, I get it. This was not worth the wait, but I feel like a lot of it is just more. Honestly, no offense to anybody who's complained about it, but I feel like a lot of it is just nitpicking because, like, transferring to 4K to film, it is kind of hard to do. You know, it's
drink pouring.
Yeah.
Hopefully that was a drink pouring, and we're not having a Naked Gun moment. I was just pouring some water.
Okay, good. No naked
drinking. I was drinking some water.
Yeah,
okay, so
and OCP have made videos about the topic, and Fabio's going to make one soon.
Yeah. Hey. So, Wildman, thank goodness we didn't have a Naked Gun moment on the stream.
Relax, I'm not as good as Leslie Nielsen. Don't worry. I was drinking water.
Well, that's nice. But making water. Right?
I don't know.
We make a lot of good water here on Mars.
Yes, it's very cold and icy. Very cold.
But it's good. It's good for your body too.
Apparently, the creators speaking.
I call it H2O, as Bobby Boucher would say. That movie's still pretty funny. Waterboy.
I love Waterboy. What were you saying, John? I'm sorry.
The creators of the Naked Gun. I mean, they're doing a remake with Liam Neeson, and
I guess I heard about that.
I've heard about that.
They've blocked the original creators from any input.
I don't know about this. I mean, how can you do without Leslie Nielsen? I mean, Liam Neeson, he might be good. That'll be a good career switch for him, but I don't know, man. I mean, I believe he can do comedy. I just don't know about this. We'll have to see. I don't know. I mean, you can't have Naked Gun without Leslie Nielsen. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I will say this though, with hope Disney will never do it, but if Beverly Hills Cop 4 is coming out, I want to see Fort Fairlane 2.
Disney was involved with Fort Fairlake?
No, they own it. They own it now because it was made by Fox.
Well, I don't think they're gonna own it anymore because you see how much money they lost. They got $93 in the bank now. So what? So
yeah, because Disney
now Paramount's losing money. It's down to $16 now.
Paramount's losing money? What for?
That's what I heard.
Well, Disney lost $15 billion this year.
And they deserve it.
And well, and Paramount's down to $16 in the bank.
That's what I heard. That's what I saw. I'm not really sure yet, but that's what I heard.
$16.
And I heard that Warner Brothers is fucking next.
Well, I heard Warner Brothers is buying Paramount.
No surprise because they're trying to save themselves.
Well. Hey, guess what? I have more money in the bank than Paramount.
Is that not for the streaming service though? 16.
Wait a minute. Hey, Scotty, you and me, we should just team up and we should buy Paramount. If they have $16 in the bank, right?
Right.
That can't be right. You sure?
Where do we even get that information? Paramount has $16 in the bank.
I mean, wait, at that rate, I'm going to tell
I went on Google and I looked up the stock. That's where you go to find the stock. That's where I just.
Okay.
What?
Okay. If that's the case, then like all of us, come on, let's just do it. I mean, we could just sit there, buy Paramount, then sell our stock in it, and then so I can go and buy RKO Pictures then, right?
Do they cost? Don't they cost much? I know they're low, but do they have to cost much to buy it, or does it matter since they're low on money?
I mean, you would basically just have to sit there and say, basically, how I see it is you just have to make, basically we have to show Paramount that we're Vito Corleone. We have to make them an offer they can't refuse.
Make them enough that they can't refuse. Right?
Exactly. So I mean, come on hey, Wildman, you. I mean, maybe Calum Universe can buy Paramount, right?
That's a good idea.
Have anybody seen Martial Law? I haven't.
I haven't.
I have.
Wait, saw what?
A Martial Law with Cynthia Rothrock.
Oh, I remember the show Martial Law with Sam Young, but I never saw this one. I want to check that out because I know it exists. I see Chad McQueen. I need to watch that. Yeah,
I did see
that martial arts, because the Cobra Kai martial arts is kind of making a comeback now because people are slowly getting interested in martial arts again when it comes to Hollywood.
Yeah, but keep in mind, stocks are a certain percentage. It depends. So, and usually it's more of a higher percentage than it actually is. So that could mean that Paramount is literally down to zero.
Well, if we were to obtain Paramount somehow, I would actually get back and get started on a new Star Trek film. I think they should do one where there's like the prequel cast, with Chris Pine interacting with maybe Patrick Stewart to kind of give them a good final send-off for both of them. And that'd be kind of...
Not Tarantino Star Trek.
Oh God, no Tarantino, no, please.
The only way I would see making money off of Paramount right now is if they're $16, and we're talking maybe as a percentage because it's stocks, and they might even be down to zero. The only way I would see making money at that point is literally. Paramount has a YouTube channel, doing a podcast or something, and then asking for donations. Because, not to say that people are, you're always going to get those people that will donate no matter what. So take advantage of those people. And I'm not meaning that in a negative way, but I think we know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because you're going to need to raise money and everything, and either that or then sit there probably ask, since Tom Cruise or something has been loyal to Paramount, maybe ask him to put money into it. Tom Cruise could buy Paramount, and he could buy them probably for $1 now.
Then why the fuck hasn't he done it yet?
Probably he's just, it's not on his mind. He's just not really thinking about it, I guess. But
is in his 60s.
Because he got his own production company now, basically, actually.
Yeah, well, I don't know. So, but no, Disney lost $15 billion this year, and next quarter, so that would be around March, April. They're on track then to lose another 20 billion. So if they're already $93 billion, Disney then is going to be in the hole. And, at that rate, then do not sell to Apple, Disney. Honestly, get that Nelson Peltz guy to just sit there and say yes. I mean, do not sell to Apple. That does not make any sense at all. It makes it makes sense if you are, because Disney could easily come back They just need to do one thing, and I'm sure we all know what that is. You know, say that we have learned our lesson with the woke stuff. You know, and it's not about race. It's not about orientation. It's about culture.
Yeah, hiding in the house is a good one.
Yeah, Gary Busey was pretty good on that. And
Gary Busey, what movie?
Hide in the House.
I have it somewhere.
And it has a pretty good score by
He was good in that. That's a very underrated. Hider in the House. I enjoyed that movie. He was really good in that.
I think I remember seeing it.
You want to know another movie he was really badass in? Eye of the Tiger. You ever seen that one?
I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it.
It has the song is the theme song.
I did see that
in this
movie.
truck, and he's in this truck that has machine guns and rocket launchers on this pickup truck. Oh my man!
Yeah, I did see that movie. I did see that movie. It's just kind of hard to watch now, a little bit, just because Judith Sparcy's in it. So,
I'm sorry, who? Oh, the little girl. Yeah, she was the voice of the girl from All Dogs Go to Heaven. Yeah,
and I believe Ducky Lamb Before Time as well.
Yeah, it's just hard to watch that movie now because she's in it. Just the same thing with Jaws the Revenge. Not because Jaws the Revenge is a bad movie, but she's in it, and yeah.
She was in The Land Before Time. She was in The Land Before Time.
I mentioned that a few seconds ago. She had Ducky. Yeah, it's apparently when they were doing the animation for All Dogs Go to Heaven, the animators were like really upset when they were animating her voice because of what happened, months before.
What?
Because that asshole piece of shit father, did what he did.
So I'm reading right here on Movie Web. This is random, and it was posted a day ago that there was an idea of even before with The Rock and his Jumanji movies. That there was an original sequel to Jumanji that was pitched to Robin Williams. It would have been set in the White House.
What?
Yeah.
And it would have been interesting.
How are they going to do that in the fucking White House? How?
Yeah.
But the idea was disliked by the original book writer, and instead they wrote a different sequel called Zathura.
So that's where, because I knew it had similarities to Jumanji. I knew.
So does that mean that George Bush would have been president at the time, and then George Bush was going to make a cameo?
You know what? If they did a sequel to Jumanji in the White House, I wouldn't mind those rhinos running over Joe Biden. I'll tell you that fucking much. Running over his ass.
Hey, not to get political, but go Ramaswamy.
Yeah, Blue Steel's
I'm sorry, but I didn't mean to go political either. I'll follow that political stuff.
And Ron Silver was a damn good villain and a pretty underrated actor. He was scary in Blue Steel. He creeped the shit out of me. He did a good fucking
especially
job.
during the scenes where he's just like wiping the blood with the blank. I don't know what it was, like the dress.
And the scene where he's working out and he has that split personality. Oh my god, man!
You're gonna make me buy I have the Blu-ray. I'm looking at it right here. Well, Amazon.
And Jamie Lee Curtis, before she got all fucked up, she was badass in that.
Speaking of Don Bluth earlier, check it out. I'm not sure where you can find it, but according to his website, Don Bluth has a new children's book coming out.
That's cool.
Because I actually Don Bluth is I know people that actually know Don Bluth. I actually reached out to him. I found a phone number and I called him to try to get him for an interview on Sit Down by the Fire, but I don't have enough followers to interview Don Bluth, is what I was told. Which
it's funny you brought up a children's book, because they recently just made a children's book, kids book out of Die Hard for Christmas.
Didn't that come out a few years ago?
Yeah, and they also, because of Cobra Kai, they came out with a kids book on Karate Kid, the first Karate Kid too.
Huh.
This comment here, speaking of The First Power.
The First Power is a very underrated movie. Very underrated. Very underrated. I love that movie.
Well, man, you're going to hate me because me and my brothers are planning a convention trip for February, and LDP is going to be at the convention.
I'm sorry, who?
Lou Diamond Phillips.
Oh man, he's on Cameo. I heard he's on Cameo now.
Wait, what's wrong with Lou Diamond Phillips?
No, I mean I'm going to a convention in a couple of months, and my brothers are coming. And this convention, Lou Diamond Phillips is going to be there. Kiefer is going to be there. Jason Patrick. Some other people too.
Man, so basically, sounds like they might be trying to get Young Guns 3 going.
You know, I don't know how the. You know what's funny? Dermot Mulroney, the guy who played what's his name? Dirty Steve. He was in that movie. Anyone But You. He played Sidney Sweeney's father.
Right.
He looks old. He's
great,
he
but
still looks great, man. Dermot Mulroney.
I don't think he was that bad. I don't know why people are saying he gave a bad performance. I think he was not horrible.
In Young Guns.
No, in
I will say this: he's a good actor, but in these panels that I've seen recently on YouTube, he kind of acts drunk in these panels. I don't know what it is.
He's also on Cameo now. He's also on. Cameo.
I'm not saying he is drunk, but
he is on Cameo. He was in this very good movie. It was like one of those after-school specials called Drug Knot. It's on YouTube. Have you watched any of those after-school specials on YouTube that they used to do on TV?
I know
about kids dealing with drugs and other issues. Those were good back then. We don't have a lot of those anymore.
Yeah.
No. From what I've heard, Casey Semesco. I think that's who we're talking about, right? Or are we talking about Dylan?
What happened to him? I love because 3 O'Clock High is a very underrated high school movie. Very underrated.
Dylan, or is it Dylan Mulroney?
Yeah, Dermot
Mulroney. Dermot Mulroney.
Yeah, I always get him confused with the Dylan guy, Dermot and Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan McDermott. Yeah, I
always get them confused. I mean, he looks bad, but Casey Semesco, from what I've heard, yeah, because I thought that's who we were talking about. Yeah, that is one of the reasons why he got blacklisted because he was an alcoholic.
Who, Casey Semesco?
Yeah.
I saw a video with Casey Semesco. He works out, man. I heard he likes to buff up and all that. He's becoming like Buddy Revell now.
Well, he got clean and sober, and that's how he. It's been proven now that that's people who have an addictive personality. Start working out.
Yeah, that's how they cope. That's why they cope. I heard that's how people who dealing with anorexia, that's how they got back into shape was because of getting into the gym.
Like one actor who got really buff in starting to work out, who had an addictive personality, who did go to jail for it. Lilo Brancata, the kid from the Bronx Tale.
Oh yeah. He was on The Sopranos for a while.
Yeah, well, he got in trouble for the law. Now
I saw the TV special about that. Yeah, that was messed up.
Yes. Now listen, again, what happened? Okay, he was with another guy, and the other guy brought a weapon, and they were going to steal drugs because he wanted drugs because they were high. The other guy brought a weapon and shot an off-duty police officer. Lilo Brancata was basically just an accessory, and he served 8 years in prison for it. So people are still calling Lilo Brancata, a cop killer and all this stuff. No, if you did not pull the trigger, you did not commit the crime. So he proved it that he did not pull the trigger and got 8 years. Did he
know? Did he even know what was going to happen? Did he know that they were going to do this, or was he? What?
No. He did not even know the guy had a gun.
Wow.
See, exactly. Why? So why are you all getting so pissed off at him? He didn't know.
Hey! All I'm going to say is, his friend got it pretty bad from the cop too, because he got shot by the cop. He got shot 8 times, and he even got shot in his penis.
Oh God! Answering your question, Total Meltdown. My favorite band of all time is definitely Def Leppard. I love those guys.
About albums.
My favorite band.
Pyromaniac, I think it was Pyro something. But
Yeah.
pour some sugar on me.
That's it was pretty good. Hey, who got their penis shut off? Was it?
Well, my favorite band of all time will always be Pink Floyd, but my second favorite band is Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
Oh yeah. Did you hear the Rolling Stones are coming are touring again? Did you hear about that? Because
I did hear about that, man.
And you know what? Speaking of the new album, did you see the music video with featuring Sydney Sweeney on the car? She was doing like that Tawny Katane thing, she was dressed up like one of those hot '80s girls from the '80s rock band. The guy was driving the car. And she's making out with the car like Tawny Katane used to do. Oh my God, you gotta see the video, man.
I haven't seen that.
Oh my God. Oh, it's called Angry. The song's called Angry. You gotta check it out.
It sounds like Rainbow. It sounds like Wildman got a little too excited watching the video.
Anybody? How can you not get excited? How can not anybody get excited for watching a video like that? How?
Hey, Sydney Sweeney.
It just lacks one thing, Wildman, and he's more Daniel Craig in it.
Sydney Sweeney. All I'm going to say with her is, she's the only good thing in Euphoria. Sadly, that one guy who we wanted in our movie, Wild Man, I don't know if we should use him anymore because he got weird in an interview.
What guy you're talking about?
Jacob Albardi, the guy who played Elvis in the Priscilla movie.
Oh yeah,
he got weird in an interview.
Anyway.
He did it. First of all, he did a movie where he played a gay guy, which, hey, that's completely fine. But then he started talking just weird stuff about like how he enjoyed kissing. He wanted to go for it and all this stuff, and like just got really like weird. Like, what type of interview is this, dude?
Big man on campus
interview.
Come on, gravy.
I haven't seen Dead Man on Campus in years.
Who was in that? I'm trying to think.
I remember the guy. He was the guy who was in the deputy in Freddy versus Jason. He was the deputy. Who was helping the kids.
Monroe, I think is his name.
Yeah, and the guy who was the lead in American Werewolf in Paris. He was the lead in that, I think.
Tom Everett Scott.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Well, man, the other movie that Dermot Mulroney did after that was a movie called Daddy, and that also had Patricia Arquette in that movie too.
Oh man, are you talking about after the movie I talked about, Drug Knot?
Yeah, it was like the after school special. He was in another one. It also had Danny Elio in it as well. He played the coach.
He was a good actor, but that just seems like a couple of panels that I've seen him recently on YouTube. It just seems like
he's drunk.
He was
he has a crazy sense of humor, but I didn't know he might be drunk.
I know he was in a movie that a lot of people don't like, but I like it because I seem to like a lot of those really raunchy movies. He was in Dirty Grandpa.
He was in Shameless for a while.
Yeah, I remember. I was going to say he was in Shameless for a bit.
Yeah, which I like Dirty Grandpa.
I need to watch that. The reason why he was in this new movie with Sydney Sweeney is because Sydney Sweeney, she's a producer. She runs her own production company. That's another reason why I like her. She's very smart. She was a huge fan of rom-coms, and her favorite was My Best Friend's Wedding. And of course, he was in that, and that's why she wanted him to play her father.
Huh.
interesting.
Sydney. You know what?
That woman is smart. That's what's cool about her. She's seen as this sex symbol, but she's no Amber Heard, Megan Fox. She's a good actress, man. She's very smart.
Well, what I've noticed about her is she's developed a very good following. Like, I could kind of see her as the future of cinema.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of people are saying she's the next movie star. She's like a resurgence to the movie star. And you know what I heard on Netflix? I heard that she started out being she was the most searched person on the internet, but now it kept going up. Her name keeps going up as the most searched person on the internet. She's up to number 3 now. So she's going to be number 1. Everybody knows that.
Well,
we all know who's responsible for that.
We all know.
Like a certain Martian.
Well, we all know who number one is.
Matt Damon.
Andrew Tate. Wait, that guy is interesting though. Like some of his stuff, like it's like, dude, I don't know if I really agree with your advice, but I gotta hand him for being charismatic.
Yeah. The TV movie horror. Done a bunch about
by the way, since it's about
13th,
Christmas, I
remember that movie?
wanted to bring up something involving Christmas. I've been watching a lot of reactions lately, and I've been noticing a lot of people are recently reacting to Lethal Weapon because of the whole thing. Because people were about this whole thing about debate if Die Hard was a Christmas movie, and people didn't give a lot of Lethal Weapon some credit because Lethal Weapon came first. They were both produced by Joel Silver, and now people are experiencing Lethal Weapon. It's like, you know what? I kind of like. They kind of started to say, I like Lethal Weapon more than Die Hard now.
Well, speaking of reacting channels, I actually reached out to her for an interview. No response.
Which one?
Casey, Popcorn in Bed.
Cassie.
I reached out to her for an interview. No response yet, but I would love to interview her. First of all, she's very cute. I'm jealous of her husband.
And she is very sweet. She is very sweet. She's like the queen. She's become like the queen of all reactions, man. She is. She's the most popular.
Well, what I thought to at least to interview her, she has is interview her not to use her for her connections, but she has connections. I mean, she met Tom Cruise.
Yeah, she was invited.
Yeah,
to
like I said, because Tom Cruise saw her reactions to his movies, and he's like, get her to my premiere, and along with her sister. She does love some reactions with her sister. Yeah,
right.
Yep.
And so, I mean, as far as we know, she could have Tom Cruise's phone number.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if Tom Cruise is wanting to get to know her more than just the fact that she's a fan.
Well, I mean, hey, listen, I'm just gonna say, if my wife cheated on me with Tom Cruise, as long as it's just a one-night stand and it happened, it's like, okay, I'm okay with this, as long as it was only a one-time deal. You know?
Well, if it's like a hall pass for like one day, maybe, but if it's a continuing thing, divorce your wife.
Right. Hold on. We'll ask John that question.
Okay.
So, if your future wife cheated on you with Tom Cruise for one day, do you divorce her, or do you just say, okay, you're going to give her a hall pass just for that day? And
Divorce?
Yeah, you're going to divorce her if she cheats on you with Tom Cruise?
Sure.
Okay. Well, then there you go.
Well, you saying you would give her a pass?
I would, if my wife cheated on me with Tom Cruise and it was just once, it'd be like, okay, as long as it happened once, I think I could be okay with that. Because
the reason why I wouldn't give her a hall pass if she's cheating, then I would say, hey, you can go ahead and fuck Tom Cruise all your life. I'm divorcing her.
The man cave, yeah. Man cave.
If my wife did that, I wouldn't give a shit if it was Tom Cruise or fucking whatever. I would fucking divorce you.
Yeah, that's why I watch a YouTuber by the name of Strong Successful Male. I don't know if you've heard of him, but yeah, he always talks about being on your grind and being on your purpose, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. So
don't be like Tim Robbins and Nothing to Lose. Where
oh yeah, that's a very
walks
good
out the door when he sees his wife with his boss.
Well, or you could just sit there and pull a Will Smith, slap him and sit there and say, keep your motherfucking dick out of my wife.
What? I got done listening. Well, hopefully we can help you out with that.
Right.
By the way, did you guys see that Christmas Story sequel last year that was on HBO Max? Christmas Story.
I did see it. I did see it. I liked it.
Bad, but I felt like it needed more. I'm sadly you couldn't bring the mother back because she died. But yeah, I'm glad that he came back. He did a good job. But
she wasn't interested even before she passed away. Apparently.
Well,
yeah,
no.
Yeah.
Dylan?
From what I heard, They asked her, and she wasn't interested because she was very sick at the time. Remember,
I believe if she wasn't sick, she would have done it. It would have been awesome if she came back.
and I guess Julie Haggerty did a good job. I guess I wish they would have gotten Mary Steenburgen because she was in the original sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Because so that's what I would say because the original sequel, A Summer Story. Does anybody remember? Does anybody remember that one?
I remember.
So I think they should have gotten her, because at least that would have maybe connected them a little better.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with the story.
But I thought it was a good sequel. They kind of Cobra Kai did very good, but I felt like it needed something more. I like the fact that I had like Christmas Vacation vibe because he was all grown up. He had his own family. And he was trying to figure out the way to create the best Christmas ever. You know what? There's another movie. There's another series that I would love to see. I know they tried it, but like I would love to see a Cobra Kai Griswold movie, but not with Ed Helms.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wonder who to get. Like the perfect guy, honestly, to get for the son of Clark Griswold, I think is Jason Sudeikis.
I think they should bring back Anthony Michael Hall because they've been dodging him with that character for years. I mean, he's in a good place with he has a dog. He has a daughter now. Why?
Well, Anthony Michael Hall or Jason Lively, because I think Jason Lively was honestly fun.
Yeah, Jade, I haven't seen by William Freakin. I haven't seen it.
I was going to say that apparently my coworkers thought that Die Hard and Lethal Weapon are not Christmas movies for whatever reason.
Oh my God!
In my opinion, they are Christmas movies. Because Lethal Weapon is a Christmas movie. If you listen, the opening starts with Jingle Bell Rock, and the ending ends with "I'll Be Home for Christmas." And the movie was about redemption. That's what a lot of Christmas movies about. It's the guy. A lot of people compare this to "It's a Wonderful Life" because he was suicidal. He lost his family, and Murtaugh was kind of like his angel, like Clarence. And you can see in the scene after the fight scene, when he kills Gary Busey, he's comforting him. He has that blanket like he was an angel. There you can see that when he had the blanket over him, it's like he was covering him with his wings like an angel. That you can see the metaphor there.
Oh, Scotty, he's mentioned about he did see the new Exorcist movie.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think I'm going to see that anytime soon. No.
I watched it. Don't
spoil it. Don't spoil it.
I didn't think it was as bad as everybody was saying it is, but like
it was bad. But I don't like what they did with Chris's character. She was hardly in the movie, and semi-spoiler, she doesn't die, but her eyes get scratched out. Like what the fuck was the point of that? For real.
I don't know. I thought it was just okay. But anyway, let's see. I don't know. Like this year has definitely been interesting for movies. But I'll tell you what the best movie of the year is so far, and it wasn't even made in America.
What?
Godzilla -1.
What? Godzilla? Oh yeah, I've heard nothing. I've heard it's pretty good.
I need to check that out. I heard a lot of good things about it.
It
even beat the Marvels. You know what? The Marvels has become the nail in the coffin for Marvel for sure. And people say Aquaman 2 is the same with DC. Yeah, it's over. It's over with superheroes. It's over. It's over.
I mean,
I heard Aquaman 2 is poo, according to someone. Neurotic is his name.
I still say, one of the better movies that I've seen this year is The Holdovers.
I need to watch that. And please, no one fucking mention Barbie. Please, nobody. Please.
Well, hold on. If Sydney Sweeney was Barbie, then he would be.
Yes, I would change my mind. Yes, I would. Yes,
it would make $1 trillion.
Honestly, you know what? I'm going to say
Wild
this.
Man Beyond had seen it 200 times.
I'm going to say this. Margot Robbie, it was good casting, but Sydney Sweeney would have been a better Barbie.
And Daniel Craig is
She's
Ken.
all
promoting
American,
this
right?
new movie. She was wearing an all pink outfit, just like Barbie, while she was promoting this new movie.
And Ken will be played by Daniel Craig.
Oh
Hold on.
God!
Hold on.
Get me as fucking Ken, for fuck's sake.
Hold on. I know what Sydney Sweeney should do. Does anybody remember the rivals to Barbie that they made? Brats. Sydney
what's
Sweeney.
funny? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sydney Sweeney should play one of the brats.
You know what's funny? You mentioned that because someone took a scene from Euphoria and they animated as like with a brat. You know, the scene where she's breaking down. This shows what a good actress is.
Oh,
I know.
really?
I know Euphoria doesn't get gets bad credit, but it has good acting. And she's really good, not because of eye candy, but because she's a good actress. She got nominated 2 times. There's a scene in the bathroom where she freaks out that she has that classic night. I have never been happier. And she's fucking good, man. The
more I see with Euphoria, and I've seen a lot of it, I mean, that show is a horrible show.
It is.
But she saves the show.
She's the Pamela Anderson of the fucking show because when you think of Baywatch, you thought David Hasselhoff, but then Pamela Anderson came along. She's the bombshell of that show. That's what people watch the show because of her. They want to see her naked.
Why are you
That's
watching
it.
Euphoria, guys?
I haven't even seen it, so I can't really say if it's good or not. But I'm sure that with Sydney Sweeney being that she's a blonde bombshell, you can't go wrong. You should probably just only strictly watch Sydney Sweeney, no one else.
But she has proved herself as being a good actress. She's not like Amber Heard or Megan Fox. She has really proved herself to be a serious actor. She's a throwback to those sex symbols that could act, like Farrah Fawcett or Kim Basinger. They won. Kim Basinger won a fucking Oscar, and she just got nominated for that movie where she played that woman who got a reality winner who got the HBO Max. She got nominated for Critics' Choice Award for that movie. She just got nominated. That tells you she's a good fucking actor. Sydney Sweeney, yeah.
Well, who I think honestly could be a great actress. She just definitely needs more opportunities because she's only done 2 movies. But I watched their podcast, the Stallone Sisters. I think Sistine would be a great actress.
I could see that, yeah.
It's a possibility.
Has anybody seen Oppenheimer?
I've seen it. It's well
I
acted.
need to watch it. I really need to watch it. I gotta watch it, definitely.
I have to watch it. I just
saw that movie with Julia Roberts on Netflix. What's it called? The Leave the World Behind or something. It was good, but after what I heard about it, how it was racist woke, I was like, "Fuck this movie, man!" And it was produced by the fucking Obamas.
Oh yeah,
I'm trying to be political. I'm not trying. I don't take sides. I was just saying. I don't buy into that political crap. I don't take sides.
I mean that movie just like rubs me the wrong way. That the fact that and I'm not even if it was Donald Trump doing this, I wouldn't, and I'm not being political here, but even if it was Donald Trump, I would still have an issue with it. I have an issue with a former president, making a movie about what that movie's about. You know what I mean? Because what is it? Isn't it about like if a cybersecurity attack took over or something like that?
Which is fine because there's a movie coming out just like that called Civil War.
I've seen the trailer, but I don't know much about the story.
No, I have more of an issue of a former president producing that type of movie. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Like if it's probably woke propaganda or something. You want to watch something that does it better? Watch Black Mirror. You guys got to check out Black Mirror. People are calling it the new Twilight Zone because it really dives into where we're going with technology, especially with all this AI stuff. You got to watch that show, man. I'm telling you, people are calling it the new Twilight Zone, and once you watch it, you're going to understand why. It is a great fucking show, Black Mirror.
It is a good show. This AI stuff, like
Everything be out, yeah.
It makes me think. It makes me think. MGM really needs to make 2061.
No, you mean a sequel to 2001?
No, there's 2010.
Yeah,
and then there's 2061.
And then 3000 or something.
Yeah, Arthur C. Clarke wrote 2 other books. So 2061, they need to make that. MGM needs to make that. And I Know Who You Get to play Dr. Haywood Floyd. So Roy Scheider's character in the second one, and then he was also in the first one. Not Roy Scheider, but I Know Who You Get to play that character.
Who?
Dr. Haywood Floyd. Get Kurt Russell.
Yeah, because he's making a comeback with Monarch, so why not? Oh, by the way, speaking of AI in 2010 about machines, I want to introduce you to my early Christmas present. Alexa, say hi.
Hi.
Nice.
Careful, Wild Man.
Hey. Wild Man, can I try something?
What?
Alexa, play farting.
Wait, hang on. Let me get closer to it. Hang on. Okay, go ahead.
Ask it to play farting Jingle Bells.
Alexa, sing Jingle Bells.
Farting Jingle Bells.
Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells,
What the
jingle
hell?
all the way.
No.
Oh,
Farting.
what fun it is to ride
Alexa.
in a one-horse open sleigh.
Shut up.
Hey, jingle bells,
No.
jingle all the way.
Farting
Oh,
Jingle
what
Bells.
fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh, dashing through the snow.
All right, Alexa,
in a
stop.
one-horse-
No.
Hey,
No.
Alexa, play
No,
that "Hold My Hand" from Lady Gaga. The Top
Oh
Gun.
God, no,
Maverick soundtrack.
no! Don't give her any ideas.
No,
Please.
no.
And don't ask me to run up that hill.
Get in
Please
bed
don't
with
run
me.
up the hill.
Wild Man.
Please.
Wild Man. No, if you ask it to play specifically farting Jingle Bells, it farts Jingle Bells.
I'm gonna do that. Alexa, play farting Jingle Bells.
Here's Jingle Farts, Farting Jingle Bells by Funny Fart on Amazon Music.
Only on Mars.
Hey, does anyone remember Master of Disguise and Brent Spiner's character? Tends to fart a lot in that movie.
Okay, you should not be drinking my water right now.
Jesus.
Okay, Alexa, stop. Oh my God.
Alexa, now sing the Billie Eilish "No Time to Die" theme.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so
Now this is a Christmas stream. Now it's officially a Christmas stream now.
But no, I discovered that on one of those because I was just bored. Like I was asking it to fart and play fart songs, and then it played farting Jingle Bells. And then just to prank my stepmom, I would to her. She would always put her grocery list on it, and she would always read off her grocery list. I would always say, "Tell it to add farts," or to do the grocery list.
Man,
I'm telling you, this Alexa does everything, man. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's the best early Christmas present I ever had.
I
Yeah,
got
on
it.
Mars.
Does
Man.
everything
I'll have to be
that
lonely
Does
anymore
everything
until
that
City
bring
Sweet
you
comes to
City
Mars.
Sweet, right?
But you know that means that they're spying on you now on Mars, right?
I'll
Yeah,
work that out.
they know what Copenhagen might be wanting to know what kind of woman you're into, or trying to put you on Earth and wipe your memory.
or just make sure that she doesn't. There's been just make sure that it's always the camera's not on with it and everything.
Yeah.
Tape the camera.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Because the last thing we want to see is a Mars shower or something.
Oh
you know?
God, I know where you're going with this. I only have this downstairs, so don't worry.
Yeah. Well, so that what. Hey, I mean, we already saw.
I had no idea it could do that. Thanks for introducing us, because it's perfect for Christmas, especially that song. God.
Perfect little.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I would love to see the people who just came into the chat and then hear a bunch of farting.
Well, you're a genius, man. You're a genius.
But I'll probably go on, guys, for like another 25, 30 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I have the energy to really go in deep into the.
Oh, I'm
mind
sorry. We're sorry,
Well,
man. We sorry.
well,
We
I know you're
sorry.
good.
The farting jingle bells warm out.
No, I'm worn out because I don't have any energy to stay up.
Oh man.
So, what movies do you think you might see at the tail end of this month? Just out of curiosity, do you think you might? I mean,
There's nothing good. I will go see that movie, Anyone But You, with Sydney Sweeney. It's by the way, it's already okay. Number 1 is Aquaman 2. Do we know that's going to go down soon? Number 2 is Wonka. Number 3 is Anyone But You, that movie she's in. It's already making money. So good for her. It's by her production company, 50 Fish. So it's a good first run for her.
No.
I might try to convince people to see it.
See what?
The Sydney Sweeney, Glen
Anyone
Powell.
But You, because people are going crazy about it already, because that song, Unwritten, because it's in the movie. And I see a lot of TikToks about it. People running out. People are calling it a throwback to good rom-coms again. It's like,
I might try to see it.
a lot of people are comparing it to Pretty Woman in a way, because they're faking that they're together, like something. It's like a Pretty Woman type, right?
What I really want to see next year, at least, I know you guys probably aren't looking forward to it, but I really want to see Dune Part 2.
I was going to ask you about that. What's your
The
thoughts?
first one on my list next year is definitely Beverly Hills Cop Axel F, for sure. Despite the fact it's on fucking Netflix.
Definitely. That is on the list. I guess Bad Boys 4 is supposed to come out next year.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
How does everyone feel about the new Ghostbusters film, Ghostbusters Frozen?
I'm looking forward to it. That's number 2. That's because it looks like, and the director even said this looks like a episode to the cartoon. And I agree. I can't wait.
You know what? Wild Man. We might need to do research on this. I might need to do research on this, but I believe that the Filmation Ghostbusters might be.
I know the ones you're talking about.
They might be public domain.
No kidding.
So that means, hey, we could make our own Ghostbusters movie, but we just have to use the Filmation version.
I didn't mind the anime. I had no idea it was based off the animated. The cartoon was based off of that. I just thought it was because I know they called it. There were two cartoons. It was called Ghostbusters, and then there was one called The Real Ghostbusters. Was because they wanted to show their Ghostbusters came first.
Right. Well, I had an interesting idea for what you could do with a live action version of that cartoon. So first of all, maybe kind of do a Ghostbusters Afterlife, Ghostbusters Afterlife approach with that, and then maybe you get some of the actors who were originally going to play some of the Ghostbusters. So, for example, Chevy Chase was originally going to play Venkman, and then you could get Michael Keaton in that.
I can see Michael Keaton as that. I can get Steve Martin. I can get Martin Short. I can get
Randy Quaid.
Fucking Eddie Murphy, who was supposed to play Winston.
Yeah, well, so what I would at least do is maybe get Chevy Chase and then Michael Keaton as Eddie and Calm, and then honestly, just find somebody that could be in a gorilla suit for the gorilla.
You can get anybody. You can get anybody, a stunt man or whatever for that.
Kevin Farley.
Kevin Farley, maybe.
And then you just have it where they train a new team, and then you could literally make a rival Ghostbusters movie.
Steve Guttenberg.
Steve Guttenberg was considered.
I know he's still working, but he needs to be in a bigger movie, man. I heard they were supposed to do another sequel to Three Men and the Baby, but it's gonna be. I heard it was the rumor was it was gonna be Three Men and a Bride, that she's getting married now. But that was way back. That was a rumor. But I would love to see it.
As far as I know, all three of them are still alive. They should at least do it.
Yeah, dead Ted Danson. He's still around. Tom Selleck. What are they doing now? I mean, I heard that Blue Bloods is about to get canceled, the final season. So what are they going to do after that? What are they doing?
Well, they should do it, and because that girl. I mean, that movie was made? What year?
They did the sequel, Three Men and a Little Lady. Yep.
No. What year was the first one made? What?
What, the sequel?
No, the first one. The first one.
It was 87, right?
First one was 87. The sequel was 1990.
Okay, so 87. I mean, you could go maybe she does find somebody who is, her age, or what could be interesting. Should she, maybe you could go. What could honestly, I think, be an interesting dynamic with that is maybe her father's aren't exactly happy with the guy she's marrying because maybe since would be close to her 40s now. She's not married, but then maybe they don't like
cast Sydney Sweeney, age her up a little bit. Maybe she can pull it off.
No.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll be all over that.
Here's my idea. You could have it where maybe that's kind of the joke is that they don't like it because she's marrying a younger guy.
Right. I like
that. So she's a cougar.
Right.
And Tom Selleck is being she's marrying a guy, and then even though he's I guess from what I've heard he's super woke, but you could get to play the husband or the future husband. The one kid who plays Miguel in Cobra Kai.
Solo Mary, yeah, him.
Yeah, get him, and then for.
I heard that Timothy Chalamet, the actor that's in Dune, is supposedly woke as well too. So,
I mean, at this rate, everybody is. So it's I just at this point, let them, instead of sitting there complaining about it, just give them a big thumbs up.
You know what? I don't think they're really woke. I just think they're just they're slaves and they don't have. And it's they're being paid to be that because they realize they're going to be blacklisted because they'll be out of work. I don't think they're really woke. Some of them are, I guess.
And I'm seeing that damn cologne ad with Timothy Chalamet, whatever his name is, every 10 seconds. Is that his name?
Yeah. Well, who should play though? What's her name? What's her name in the movies? 3 Men and a Little Lady, the little girl.
Mary. Was her name Mary?
Mary, yeah, I believe it was Mary.
Who could play Mary is you guys would know her probably in one Adam Sandler movie she did. It was Just Go With It. But
yeah.
I watched her on a show called Grace and Frankie. Brooklyn Decker.
That's what I was saying.
Brooklyn Decker,
right?
the supermodel.
Yeah.
She was in Battleship. She's a supermodel.
Yeah. Get her.
I guess she can pull it off.
Either that or you get Brooke Hogan.
I don't know about that.
That was
By
a joke.
the way, speaking of Hogan, did you hear Hulk Hogan got baptized? Did you hear about that?
Huh. Well, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe. We'll have to see what happens. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this new Beverly Hills Cop for sure. Yeah, because it looks like they're definitely going back to the roots with this. I hope they give us a memorable soundtrack like before. Yeah, definitely. And it's totally far away from that piece of shit Part 3. I mean, that was a total misfire. That was a bump in the road. But now they're back on track.
As long as maybe they could sit there and say, Oh crap! What was the name of the park in Beverly Hills Cop 3?
Wonder World.
Okay, as long as they maybe say that this is how you retcon Beverly Hills Cop 3. You say that Wonder World blew up.
Yeah.
This is an interesting question. What actors are good action stars, but their acting isn't the best? Oh man.
What are?
I mean, Dolph Lundgren. I'll say that he's not like the best actor in the world, but he's a good action star. But he works for the movies that he. They always kind of like adjust movies to his caliber, pretty much. If that makes sense.
Well, Arnold had his moments.
Arnold
had his moments.
Well, he's in trouble right now. Vin Diesel, I would say, because he's, the one performance.
The thing about Vin Diesel, he really believed he was a good actor. He was taking himself too fucking serious. I saw those interviews when he first started. He was taking it too seriously. You're not no fucking Marlon Brando, man. Knock it off.
I mean, I've heard good things about Find Me Guilty, but it seems like everything has to be fast and furious. And it's
what was what was that stuff with Vin Diesel? I haven't looked too much into it. What was that stuff with Vin Diesel about? He was charged with assault or something.
I heard some crazy stuff that he went out with a girl and then something happened, and then something happened where he masturbated in front of her. It's like some Harvey Weinstein crap. I don't know who. It'll be another one of those Me Too things. I don't know. It'd be he said, she said. It's hard to believe. Because when I remember reading, I'm like, okay, maybe it's just wishful thinking on my part, but that just seems like out of character for Vin Diesel. Like, you're telling me that Vin Diesel did that? Like,
yeah,
I mean,
far-fetched. Honestly.
Yeah, like Harvey Weinstein. Let's face it. Harvey Weinstein was an ugly dude. And I'm not meaning that in a gay way, but, he was an ugly dude. So, like, he had to – I'm not defending him, but it's like, it's like, yeah, you could kind of more buy that. But Vin Diesel, I mean, he doesn't need to do that. Have you guys seen his partner?
There you go.
Not his wife, but his partner. I mean, she is a gorgeous woman from I don't know what country she's from.
There were crazy rumors going out that Vin Diesel was gay or he was bisexual.
That's what I heard too. Wasn't there rumors about his sexuality?
Well, actually, what ended up happening was Vin Diesel has a twin brother who's in the industry. He's gay.
Oh.
And
maybe he was covering for him back and forth.
I don't know. I mean, it's just that just seems like out of character. Now, maybe that is just wishful thinking on my part because you know what? Despite like Vin Diesel picking bad projects now, I still like Vin Diesel.
I like Vin Diesel if he would just get out of do something different, fire his agent, whatever it takes to
exactly.
Yeah, do something different. What he was doing, I keep hearing that Man Apart was pretty good.
And don't forget the pacifier. Don't forget the pacifier.
The pacifier, yeah, that
he
too.
was good in that. That was like his kindergarten cop. That was like his.
But let's put it this way, Vin Diesel. Let's think about this though before people pass judgment on Vin Diesel. Okay, who was gonna? You guys know who was originally gonna play the Iron Giant, right?
Who?
Sean Connery.
Oh God, that would have been epic.
But Brad Bird thought that Vin Diesel had a better robotic voice than Sean Connery, so he fought for Vin Diesel, made the movie a lower budget because he could have had the opportunity to make it a high budget animated movie with Sean Connery, but because Warner Brothers did not believe in Vin Diesel, the movie went to be a lower budget. And then, which ended up costing Warner Brothers, but look where it is now. Like, honestly, my question is, would it even really be remembered as well as it is with Sean Connery, or would it just be people would be like, oh, that movie where Sean Connery plays a robot? You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So, Vin Diesel, I mean, he is a great actor, but he's more of like a above serviceable, if that makes sense. Like, no like in no way is Vin Diesel ever going to win an Academy Award. Maybe if he really, really tries. But I mean, A Man Apart was good. Find Me Guilty was good. But you know, sometimes the best advice I've heard, is, at least when you're an actor, is stay in your lane. So
I would say somewhat overexposed, but not overexposed as the level of Dwayne.
Oh my god, I don't. I think I'm done with him. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I'm done.
well, The Rock has just become. I mean,
That shit he pulled with fucking Oprah with that fucking. Oh
yeah.
god.
We talked a little bit about that earlier, Uriel. About
What about him and Oprah?
I already gave you my thoughts. It's going to be good. I believe it's going to be good. I liked it.
And now The Rock is talking about in 2028 already running for president.
Oh, jeez, shut up. Go away, man.
What, The Rock?
Please.
I don't know
Yeah.
about that.
Go away.
If he gets Oprah as his running mate, I'm like, no.
No one's going to vote for him if he makes Oprah. Oh, God. What? Those fucking two. Oh,
No to fucking Oprah. What, didn't Mel Gibson say something that like may have involved?
He did.
Ben Affleck got better as an actor. I don't know
Ben
about action star.
Affleck, he's good as Batman, but he's no action star. He never was.
He was. I liked him in Paycheck. If anyone's seen that movie,
I liked him in what was it called? I
know a movie I'm going to try to see. I haven't seen it yet. Try to see if people want to see it maybe this weekend. Silent Night.
I saw Silent Night.
What did you think, Scotty?
It's got some decent action sequences for sure, and Joe Kinnaman, he doesn't say anything in the movie, believe it or not. And performance-wise, I think he did a decent job.
Okay.
There's hardly any dialogue, I don't think.
So with John, are you going to see Silent Night? Because Joel Kinnaman's kind of on your rogues gallery of villains next to Sutton.
No, I've warmed up on Kinnaman.
Okay,
I will admit,
are you guys mutual now?
What, with the Joe Kinnaman or Ted Sutton?
Joel Kinnaman.
I'm more tolerable to Kinnaman now. I'm not as
Okay, so he's not like your arch enemy Sutton, right?
no.
Okay. So I might try to see Silent Night. I haven't seen it yet, but I mean, come on, this is the return of John Woo, and
That's why I saw it.
And my thing is I hope it's not his last movie, but it could be his last movie because I saw a recent interview where John Woo was in a wheelchair and it sounded like he had a stroke.
Yeah, someone mentioned that he was in a stroke, but I think he was starting to improve from that stroke. I don't know if he had it, but
yeah, but hey, I might try to convince people to see it. So
yeah, I might still see it.
I will definitely see it.
Be good, a fun time.
John Woo should direct it. If they bring back John Wick, he should direct the next one.
oddly enough, how you mentioned because the last film that he directed for American cinemas was actually Paycheck.
Yeah,
and he made films, but they were more made in his native country compared to the U.S.
Or if we all know how smart Barbara Broccoli is, she should get him to make the new James Bond movie.
Don't know if that would work. I mean, maybe he can have the action sequences, but as if there's a certain type of tone and dialogue. I mean, I know maybe he can't do that, but I don't know if James Bond is really truly his style. His style will be more like John Wick.
Has me a punk. Have you seen Silent Night? I guess he didn't like it.
I didn't mind Silent Night. I'll just say this. I will on Tuesday.
I gotta check it out.
I don't know if it's going to be playing any more theaters because it didn't exactly have a good opening weekend. It only
I don't
opened
get
like-
why. Why is that? It's because it's John Woo and the action shot is slowly making a comeback. They did John Wick. Why did I guess people don't in this genre don't know who John Woo is?
Or Joe Kinnaman, really. I mean,
Well,
it only had a $3 million opening weekend.
Well, I mean, maybe it's Joel Kinnaman too. Think about it, because Joel Kinnaman, like, I mean, he is a star. People know who he is, but he's not. I mean, would you really call Joel Kinnaman a box office draw?
Yeah, and he doesn't exactly draw anyone to the box office. I mean, he didn't really play. The only main. What was the last time he actually had a leading role? That was probably RoboCop, and that didn't do all that great. And
Maybe.
Then, he was in Run All Night, but I can't remember if that movie did well either. So
Maybe if they, I mean, gosh, you know what? Maybe if they shot it a little more low budget and got Scott Adkins.
Yeah. You can do that.
And then, like, say we want a theatrical release, and then maybe plan on basically theatrical release, but then plan on limited release, but then like limited release, but if does better than expected, extend the release date. Does that make sense? You could plan on something like that.
Yeah.
You know, kind of roll the dice with it. But that's a guy who deserves a theatrical movie, Scott Adkins.
He does. I know he was supposed to be Batman. I always said he should be the next James Bond for sure. Because have something different for Bond, R-rated, and him doing martial arts. That'll be a good different way to bring Bond to the new age.
Right.
But I mean, I'll do like 10 more minutes. I don't know if you guys want to keep answering questions or.
Yeah, we can answer some questions. Yeah, we can still do that.
Yeah.
I think there's like only 4 people watching.
yeah, the budget wasn't really actually high for Silent Night. It was only 10 million. But I don't know if it's even going to make that. I mean, over total wise, USA and overseas, it's made. I guess it's money back technically, but it didn't exactly run opening weekend.
What did it make?
How much is it made in the US or total wise?
Total.
A little around 10 million total.
And it cost 10 million?
Yeah.
So it was a success in a way.
It was. It basically broke even. But I would say, what studio released it?
Let's see. I was actually on there. Hold on. Let me look at it. Come on. Hey, come on. Get your ass back here. Yeah, the studio. It was Thunder Road Films. It wasn't. I guess it wasn't exactly a well-known.
The production company.
Yeah, production company is Thunder Road Films. It says Capstone Studios, A Better Tomorrow Films. I suppose that's like a reference to John Woo's. I guess that's John Woo's production company. I guess I don't know.
I don't know who owns Thunder Road.
I mean, I know who. I was getting it confused with Open Road Films. I don't know if Thunder Road Films is exactly popular. The type is actually private. So
I don't know who owns Thunder Road Films. I mean, what studio did John Woo work with the most?
You asking me? I don't know. I know that it seemed like early in the '90s. He work with Universal? No, I mean I'm getting that mixed up.
Universal was Hard Target.
Universal.
20th Century was Broken Arrow. Face Off was Paramount.
No, Face Off. Okay, well, I was getting it confused. Sorry.
And then obviously
Mission Impossible 2 was Paramount.
So Paramount did Paycheck with Paramount as well. So that's probably his most the studio that he worked with.
I mean, Thunder Road maybe he's run by Paramount. So let's hope it's a success so Paramount can get more than $16 in its bank account.
Yeah.
Man, now it makes me want to watch Paramount Plus just to give Paramount some money because Cecil B. DeMille and Adolf Zukor are rolling in their graves right now.
Yeah.
So now, man, I might try to find something now on Paramount Plus after the stream just to watch.
Okay.
You know what? I just watched this this made for Netflix movie. It was very interesting. Have you guys heard of Fair Play?
I haven't seen it.
It's a very good movie. It's a very intense drama about the corporate world. It's about this man and this woman. They're a couple. They're about to get married, and then they work together at this. And they start going head to heads against each other.
I saw a trailer for that actually not too long ago.
And it starts affecting their relationship, and they start going. It's a very intense drama. It's really good.
Huh.
And you know what's funny? It stars the guy, the man in the couple. It stars the guy who played Han Solo in that prequel, and he's a good fucking actor. Can you believe that?
Interesting.
And you know what's funny? The woman is known on Netflix as Bridgeton. I don't watch Bridgeton, but she was good too. I had no idea that was her. I looked her up. Oh, she's the girl from Bridgeton. But it was really good movie.
But
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you guys want to wrap up or do you have any last comments or something.
Not really.
You know what? When we talk about this whole thing about Lethal Weapon and Die Hard, what are other Christmas movies that are non-Christmas movies? Can you name one? I can definitely name Cobra because Cobra. People forgot it takes place around Christmas because the driving during the car chase you see that Santa on in the booth. He's looking out at the cars driving past.
The Thing.
The what?
The Thing.
I don't think The Thing. It's not around Christmas, is it?
Yeah.
No.
I don't think
it takes place. It actually yes, it's in the snow, which doesn't make it Christmas, but it takes place. If you look where it takes place around the first of winter.
Maybe.
Which is fine because Kurt Russell ended up playing Santa. And he does a good job at. If you watch those Christmas Chronicle movies, he does a good job.
Well, you know what? Why can't we get a third one of those?
I heard they are. I heard they're doing one.
Doing one what?
Christmas Chronicles with Kurt Russell back as Santa.
Yeah. Can we have Krampus in that one?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see Krampus in that one. So who do you get to play Krampus?
I don't know.
Sylvester Stallone.
Another good Tango and Cash reunion.
Yeah. Or you know what? I mean, I don't really know if he's the best actor, but if you can't afford Sylvester Stallone, just in case Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn demand too much money, I don't know how great of an actor he is, but what about that Arnold's buddy, Rolf Mueller?
Why not?
I guess. Okay, what other movies that are not really Christmas movies? A lot of people bring up First Blood recently. All Die Hard and Lethal Weapon. People are slowly bringing up First Blood because if you see the Christmas decorations. You spot a little bit of the Christmas decoration. It takes place around Christmas.
Never thought of it that way.
I don't know. I'm brain fried, honestly, guys. At the moment, this is I don't really stay up much anymore.
I know that there is actually a short story involving Jack Reacher. So Lee Chow wrote a short story with Jack Reacher doing something around Christmas. I would love to see them do that on the show sometime.
Yeah.
That show Reacher, man, people are loving it. They're getting sick of these comic books. They're like, this is what we want. This is what I'm happy for that show, man. I'm glad that character is getting the rep he deserves, man.
I don't think I don't think superhero movies are dead. It's just because. But here's the thing that what I'll say: superhero movies can still be a thing, but studios have forgotten the key thing that makes movies good, and what Richard Donner preached to making good movies is verisimilitude.
Right.
You guys know what that means, right? Verisimilitude is making the audience believe. Hence the entire marketing around Superman, 1978. You will believe a man can fly. And that's the problem with a lot of modern day superhero movies. Nobody believes in them anymore.
Or they basically have an agenda, trying to kill off the men and replace them with women who try to act all manly and unlikable. Why the fuck do we want to come and see that? Lost.
Exactly. Well, and
you know what? Speaking of Sydney, I'm sorry, I keep bringing up Sydney Sweeney, but did you know she's in this Madam Web movie? That's all woke.
What you think of
woke
that?
as fuck. That is woke as fuck.
Really? And I was confused. I'm like, who the hell is this villain and chasing them down? It's like, what's this?
Yeah, who the fuck is he?
Yeah.
And Madam Web is not a gorgeous lady. It's not a dark. Dakota Johnson. She is an old blind woman. If you watch the animated series,
Dakota Johnson's not that good looking. And listen, I am sorry, but the acting gene did not inherit you because you suck. As an actor.
You're not your father, Dakota. You're not your father. You're not your father, Dakota. I'm sorry.
Or even your grandmother.
The only reason you got famous was because 50 Shades of Grey. That's it.
Or even your grandmother.
Yeah, Melanie Griffin. Yeah.
Hedren.
Well,
and
not
your mother, she's good too, but you're not her either.
Yeah, you're definitely not either.
Like you. Listen. Did you guys even hear this? Even Don Johnson told his daughter that she sucks as an actress.
Really?
I saw an interview that he said Dakota is a gifted actress. I mean, what is he? Was he going back and forth now?
Well, probably her agents paid him.
And Sydney, I love you, but you're no Spider Woman. Did you hear the story? While this movie on Anyone But You, she got bitten by a spider. You see the scene where she has a spider on her. She really got bitten. And all of a sudden she was on Jimmy Fallon last night. I think they made a joke. She got bitten by a spider and became Spider. Well, you could tell that was fake. That was all promo for this movie.
Wildman, I heard a rumor.
What?
Can you tell if it's true or not? I heard you were the spider.
I wish I was.
You would have gotten.
Wildman, can you confirm this? I heard that you were the spider and you bit her on the ass.
I wish I bit her on the chest, around the chest area.
You bit her right in the starfish.
Hey, maybe you bit her near the cooch, maybe.
Yeah, the tank. Yeah.
You definitely would have given her some spider babies, maybe.
Right on the euphoria.
Spider babies.
Can you confirm that? Were you the spider?
I guess I was.
Is she gonna have a spider baby like Fly 2 style?
Somebody needs to make that into a meme. Get get Wildman and then like the little red alien thing, and then put a spider on it and have him bite like he's biting Sydney Sweeney. Somebody needs to make that.
People are already making memes about
That's a horror movie
about
on
that
Tubi
spider.
next
People are already making jokes
What's that,
about
John?
that because there's some footage of her actually being bit when the spider did. That now they made memes about on TikTok. It's everywhere now.
Well, no, we need to. That's what we need.
I think one of the reasons is because she's going to play Spider Woman, and I'm sorry, you're not Spider Woman, babe. I'm sorry, I love you, but you're not Spider Woman. I'm sorry.
So Wildman,
You can pull off maybe Gwen Stacy if they decide to make another remake.
She should have played Gwen Stacy. She would have been a perfect Gwen Stacy. She could have been a perfect Mary Jane. Just dye her hair red.
I'm about to wrap up here. I don't know if you guys have any final thoughts.
Okay.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I got carried away, John.
Are you good?
Sorry.
Is there anything?
Yes. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Winter Solstice, whatever other holidays are out there.
Yeah, same. And sorry if I didn't have enough energy tonight. It's just I thought I could push it, and I'm just not the night owl as I used to be. I guess.
No worries, man.
It's that good old Christmas spirit, so there's no problem.
Just a jolly good old time with some friends.
Yes, indeed.
And
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Feliz Navidad, and every other Christmas saying in whatever language. So
yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. See and get see you in the stars and get your ass to Mars if you're not comfortable with Earth anymore.
And may the Schwartz be with you all.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for coming in, and we're gonna do something again. Whether it be a commentary or something, we gotta plan something like that. I think it'd be
Santa Claus versus the devil.
Oh gosh,
I was thinking of maybe doing a Deep Rising commentary if anyone's down for that.
I'm down. I have the movie right behind me.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, John. Santa Claus versus the devil.
All right, guys.
All right, thanks again, John.
See ya.
See you, everyone.
Good
All
night.
right, man.
Merry Christmas.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
Let's